Our fourth and final quarterfinal is just about ready to get underway at the Tyson Event Center in downtown Sioux City. You're watching the 46th annual NAIA Women's Volleyball National Championship, and our Saturday quarterfinal slate concludes with the number 6 seed, the University of Providence Argonauts, against the number 3 seed Concordia University Bulldogs. Winner punches their ticket as the last 4 teams standing in the country. A very pleasant good evening, everyone. Daniel Versteg, Chad Hansen with you here on the NAIA and Urban Edge networks. And, well, for the second straight matchup, we've got a GPAC versus a Frontier Conference matchup here in the NAIA National Quarterfinal. The winner will take on Northwestern coming up on Monday night. Those are the folks from Concordia University. The Bulldogs are at 27-3, and they finished runner-up in the GPAC regular season and tournament championships. And the Bulldogs 15-1 in conference play. Providence, they've been the cream of the crop of the Frontier Conference this year, 34-2. Their only 2 losses came one to Bellevue in the regular season, who we just saw earlier, and then Eastern Oregon, who's going to be playing on Monday night. So these are 2 very formidable opponents, and once again, we are at a spot where it's great against great, and got to find a way to survive and advance into Monday night.
Very, very true, Daniel. These 2 programs, though they have not played, they know each other well through the scouting. They've seen each other play many times in this tournament here in the Tyson Event Center through these past days. And I think that's one of the neat parts is what you see in a team playing against a different team. Now you get to test out all the things you think you know about them. And then the sort of chess moves that happen between the plays, between the sets of play and the adjustments. So I talked with both coaches, both of them with high respect for the other program, understanding that both of them commented strong athleticism they see through the net, schemes and offensive schemes. Providence bringing a little bit non-traditional kind of offense with a 3 middle attack, and so their personnel will shift into some different roles based on which rotation they're in. And also one of the strategies that Coach Arun has talked about was he plans to run not only the offensive configurations, but also the tempo and trying to isolate the Concordia blockers. Concordia knows that they run these different schemes, and so their comment and observation was as a blocking crew, they need to every rotation pay attention to who's coming at them.
Here we go. It's time to put all that homework to good use, and Providence gets on the board right out of the get-go. First pass, first swing, and first kill for Bella Green, one of those fantastic hitters that they're going to have in that front row. There is a little bit of history between these 2 squads, only in regular season competition, where they've just so happened to meet up in some non-conference tournaments early in the year. But the last meeting between these 2 was September of 2021, in which the Providence Argonauts swept Concordia, and the Bulldogs get their first point of the contest, a kill from Ashley Keck. And I have a feeling that won't be the last time we say that here today. Ashley Keck's been a first-team All-American. She was the attacker of the year in the GPAC this year and last year. Phenomenal athlete for Concordia. As she gets a dig now out of the back row, and this time on the overpass, it's put away once again by Bella Green, a returning first-team All-Conference athlete. So Providence taking advantage of their few opportunities here early on, just kind of getting the butterflies out, and the Providence libero will go back to serve. That's Kyra Sayers, a junior who is a junior college transfer, who was multi-time All-Conference in her 2 years in the NJCAA. Good get there out of the back row from the block touch, and a denial, solo block. It's Ella Waters with the denial. So early back and forth between the Bulldogs and Providence. And it will be Kate Grease who will line up to serve for Concordia. She's one of their many serving specialists. And to see if she can get a point on serve aggressively. And this will be a ball touched over the net by Providence. Bulldogs take the lead.
Tough tight pass there, back row setter, and can't quite get the reach on that to save it and keep it on her side.
Yeah, with aggressive serve that helped out that cause. It's taken cleanly by the libero this time. And off the touch. Here comes Providence working on the outside. Fiedler, she's kept up. And a good back pass, Shelburne to the back row. Keck can't put it away. It's our first really long rally of this match. See who captures it. We trade volleys. Who's going to get the shot? It is Providence. Cabry Taylor gets on the board with her first kill.
Thought it was interesting that Kaya Scott, as a blocker, backed off the opportunity to help against that middle attack. Just went to some tip coverage, and maybe if she had helped in that moment, she could have had a productive outcome.
Tied early in set one, and a floated serve goes long. That was Ellie Carlson, the junior, who could not quite find the end line. And the Bulldogs will line up to serve, and to do so, it'll be Lily Pensick, who has got Concordia Bulldog blue coursing through her veins. Her dad played football and baseball at Concordia. Her mom played volleyball. Comes from a long line of Bulldogs from Lincoln, Nebraska. Providence trying to counteract. There's a big block put up. And way out of system. That just barely gets over the net. And into the net. How about that? You keep the point alive long enough, and Concordia makes a mistake.
Tough offensive set here with the middle route. The pass pulls the setter off, and so the ball's coming to the middle from behind her to be able to attack that, and tough play there for Molly Martin.
That's an all-conference hitter. There are a ton of accolades for these players. And Heather Barbie, a freshman, is back to serve for Providence. Bulldogs going to the outside, and it is kept alive. Good diving play by Carlson, but they called looks like they called a player in the net potentially.
Oh, that must have been. I didn't even hear the whistle.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. And all of a sudden the play was dead.
Yeah. I saw the R1 hold up 5, and I thought 5 contacts. I've never seen that in volleyball before, but I'm glad you identified that was a net call.
I think they might have got Bella Thompson potentially, and now it'll be a bad pass. Oh, it's still alive. Great effort by the Argonauts from Barbie. Keck tips it through. And now this is sent out, and a good read of the back row from Shandy Fali. And now she'll go back to serve for Concordia as the Bulldogs have a 2-point advantage. Fali, who had 12 digs against the Masters yesterday to cap off a pool championship in Pool C. Oh, and a free ball right out of the chute. Going to Keck, and she uses the block for the kill. Concordia extends the lead to 3.
Great line tool here, just enough.
Yeah, just barely went out.
And honestly, Keck got away with one based on that replay.
Providence trying to stop the bleeding. It is out with no touch. And Coach Arunas Duda is not going to pull the challenge card as Concordia adds to the lead now at 4 points. Here comes Fa'ali'i's serve once again. Tough pass. It's kept up there by Brueggemann. Keck with another usage of the block, and the Bulldog run continues. Concordia is off and rolling. They've scored 5 in a row, and a timeout called by the Argos. So a rough start here for Providence as Concordia kind of played back and forth with the Argos for the first few points, but then, man, you let a team get in system consistently and get some free opportunities, they'll make you pay.
Absolutely, and I think the offense for the Argos has yet to get into gear. It might just be on the hill and sort of rolling, but as I understand, talking with Coach, we saw the slide attempt there, but that did not look like a comfortable rhythm type swing. And Coach Ben Bold understood that through the scouting, what he shared was their slide attack, anything back behind the setters, often hit with power to the cross court. I don't know that we've seen that yet. Right. And so that might be one of the conversations is, hey, you guys, this is not a Pepper kind of warm-up moment. We're in the match. and now let's really get after it and put some pressure on Concordia.
And we know Aruna Studa knows how to lead a group of players. 22 years as the head coach of Providence with 422 wins and his time as the head coach of the Argos. Concordia head coach Ben Bolt has been there 8 years, and what a job he's done with this program. They've been so successful, and this is the second year in a row they have made it into the bracket portion. And only the 5th time in school history they've done so. That is into the scores table. Our line judge is signaling out, and they do blow it dead. As the call says, they could not get that ball out of the scores table area.
So I believe what may have happened there is she stepped foot off of the playing court area, which there's a gap of sport court tile to the scores table. And so that if she steps off and then plays the ball, it's a dead play.
Yeah, it's kind of that tan, darker color past the red there.
Yep.
And, yeah, that is the technical playing surface. The way I kind of described it this week is you got basically 2 boundaries, the inner out of the actual court and then the much outer where you can actually play the volleyball still.
Yeah.
And Keck puts that one away. Concordia gets right back to work after missing that last point. The Bulldog lead is at 5. Concordia lines up with another libero. This is Clara Everett, the sophomore who has 10 ace serves on the season. And Providence will line up to take it and see if they can start coming back in this one. The set to the right side. A little off-balance attack from Giles. And it is dropped in. It's put in the middle by Ava Green. Concordia's run of success continues as the Bulldogs are looking to try and make sure that we get all of the top 4 seeds in the semifinal round on Monday night. We've got number 1, we've got number 2, and we've got number 4. But the Bulldogs would make the quadfecta, I guess, as the number 3 seed that would get in. It'd be kind of an odd one. We haven't had really an all-chalk national volleyball tournament in this new format yet. And this one's put down by Faupula. Of course, we know Providence wants to have something to say about that as the 6th seed. They want to spoil the, I guess, neatness of the semifinals.
Exactly, and that's why we play the bracket, because
Yes.
nothing is given and it's all got to be demonstrated.
But already with the lineup we've got, whoever fits into that 4th spot coming up on Monday night, it's going to be a fun night of volleyball here at the Tyson Event Center. Just can't wait to see who will play in the championship Tuesday night. Still got this quarterfinal to go, and the Bulldogs trying to get it through that block. Oh, they're just barely keeping it up. And Providence gets a free shot. Oh, they kind of got in the way of each other on that play. Oh, and that is way, way too close to the net. Maddie Paulson couldn't keep out of the net, and the Argos get the point.
Yeah, tough play there. Maddie Paulson runs aggressively to hit this. Glad nobody got hurt as she went under the net. And interesting play, though. Concordia sent the free ball over to zone 2. And front row setter, the back row passer, popped it up and did not clear out of the way for the slide to take place. And it's a really smart play for Concordia putting that free ball in.
Oh, we have a rotation error, a rotation issue here for Providence. The Argos were out of rotation on the court.
I think they had a wrong server potentially because Concordia called it right away, and the R2 saw it as well.
So that is a costly point to lose for Providence. It's always just something that is sometimes so easily avoidable, but also sometimes so easily overlooked as well.
Yeah, and now Providence is unsubbing or resubbing their personnel to try to get back to their proper rotation.
And now you can tell they're trying to just double check with our libero tracker and our score keepers to make sure that Providence is in the right rotation and they got the right personnel out there for it. And that's a good job by Ben Bolt, too, then his coaching staff to keep track of that.
Yep. That's sometimes what, as head coaches, you have assistant coaches who are tracking the rotations to know what the formations are and where the alignments are and the serving options.
What a dig there by Brugman. And this goes toward Bella Green. Going to Keck now, and she can't quite find the middle. Oh, she blocked her on the second touch dump. And now it's put down. Bella Green sticks with it, and Providence gets back on the board.
Bella Green does a wonderful job here looking at the attack options that she has. Shandy Fa'ali'i out on the outside there.
Here's the serve from Thompson. As this pass goes to Keck, and it's put down. Ashley Keck, the two-time attacker of the year in the GPAC. What a career she's had. First team All-American, the GPAC freshman of the year a number of years ago, and having a great senior season for the Bulldogs. So it will be Keck now back to serve. Senior from Kearney, Nebraska, had a double-double yesterday against the Masters. It's blocked once again. Waters and Green combined for the denial.
Bella Green coming in on the inside there. A little look at a different offensive strategy. The middle's running a 3. She comes in and hits the 2, and Concordia was all over it. They handled their blocking responsibilities well.
A 6-point lead for the Bulldogs here in set 1. It's trying to get larger. Good read there by the libero in Sayers. It's blocked back. The out-of-system pass from Sayers, and the attack is long from Cabry Taylor. And the Concordia lead is 7. Providence needs to talk it over as the Argonauts find themselves firmly behind the 8 ball here in set number 1, down by 7. And, well, it's kind of what we expected from Concordia. This Bulldog team has really, throughout the season, only been slowed down consistently by Northwestern. Their only other loss came from Eastern Oregon. So this Bulldog team is astounding when it comes to how they played this year.
Yeah, very, very competitive, and they beef their schedule up because they know to prepare for this kind of national tournament moment, they need to not only have a strength in their conference schedule, which they don't control, but in the non-conference schedule. And when you see teams from different conferences, different parts of the country, that involves some travel one way or the other, and that gives them a good alignment. It also, in a postseason sort of way, when it comes to scouting teams, Concordia can look at, all right, we didn't play against Providence, but we did play against other teams who played against Providence, and how did they play against those teams, which helps you in the study and the tendencies and the patterns of maybe what you could predict and anticipate when it comes to lining up with them across the net.
That's kind of like the transitive property, if they will. They beat these guys, we beat them. What did we do well? It still works out from a film study standpoint.
Yep.
I did want to mention on the Concordia schedule, I think they are the only team this year to beat Indiana Wesleyan in Marion, Indiana. They beat them in 5 sets earlier on in the season, all the way back in August. And, of course, Indiana Wesleyan is playing in the semis coming up on Monday night as Keck misses the serve into the net.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and both Concordia and Indiana Wesleyan know that lineup then was different than what would be anticipated.
I believe Indiana Wesleyan was without Ava Joldersma at that point. So, this will be the first time the Bulldogs see him. But now they've got it rolling on the outside. Ella Waters tools one off the block, and the Bulldogs go up by 7. So Concordia will have serve, and it's Kate Grease, senior from Sutton, Nebraska. And here is her serve. Oh, this is going to be tricky, and they do tip it over. Going for the slide into the net, and Ella Waters just could not get that attack to get through. So Providence now takes over the serve as they get to 10 points for the first time, as we see that miss hit in the net once again. Ellie Carlson is the one back to serve for Providence. Set is tipped over and dropped down from Molly Martin. And the second team all-conference hitter gets on the board.
It's a good thing Molly, I can't tell from here, but if she had longer fingernails, that's how she was able to execute that tip. That set was a little bit out of reach, but she kept going up for it as high as she could and just got enough to send it over to position 2.
You can trim those nails on Wednesday. They got to wait for a little while. This one's way up there into the rafters. Back row for Keck, and it's dug up. Sayers got to it. Another great dig from Concordia. Back rows are showing up pretty well. But this one sneaks in, and it's put away by Kaya Scott. The Bulldogs keep it rolling. Again, Providence out of timeouts.
Great line shot. Didn't need a lot of velocity on it. Just placed it well with some wrist snap. And Concordia defending against that slide attack very well.
On the serve, Providence sends one over. It's all taken care of by Paulson. Flipped over, and now here comes Providence's counter. Bulldog back row just getting them in system so well. Those passers are playing well, and it leads to that. Maddie Paulson with the kill. The Bulldog lead is 9.
I'm trying to get a grasp on Providence's out of system, who's responsible as the setter. And I don't see a pattern surfacing so far. I'll be watching more for that. Sometimes libero, sometimes a back row specialist, etc. So, and I bring this up because it looks in brief moments like it's uncomfortable and they're unsure if it's that player or this player who should take it. And that can lead to a discomfort for the attacker as well.
I certainly saw that on one of the free balls they had to pass over a few points ago. You had 2 players, and the one that ended up passing it over, I think, kind of let up a little bit and still got it over the net, but a little closer than she probably wanted it to be. Oh, they push it through and just clipped the tape. But that one's blocked. Once again, the Bulldogs get a solid block up. It's Paulson and Martin, a couple of middle blockers, putting it away.
Great finish there, great close on that block.
Bulldogs are up 9, needing 5 points to cruise past Providence here in set 1. Here come the Argonauts, and gotta scramble to play it over. They do. They play it short. Oh, a little overhead dump, and it's put away from Bella Thompson on that second ball.
Good second hustle effort, though, for Concordia, but really like that aggressive setter dump play.
And Bella Thompson doesn't do that very often, but when she does, it's effective. She's hitting .301. That's just her 53rd kill of the season. So, again, she doesn't need to do it, but when she does, it's very effective. She's actually a really good blocker, too, as a setter. We've seen that already here. Long pass from Thompson. And here's the quick attack. It is blocked. It's pushed right back through. There's another second ball touch. And it's put down on the overpass as Providence gets Kayana Fupaula back into it.
Coach Bolt talking, wondering if the ball was really entering the plane of the net or was it intercepted early?
Well, Fupaula kept those hands, I think, back enough. And yeah, nice job to play it quickly. Keck off high hands. Bulldogs continue to roll here in set 1. It's been very impressive what the Bulldogs have been able to do here in the first set of action. Concordia will have a libero back to serve. It's not their usual libero that's out there in Emma Brugman. It's Clara Everett. Both of them wearing libero jerseys today, and Everett's serve comes up just a bit short. Providence keeps their hopes of taking set 1 alive, needing 4 points. Bulldogs need 4 points. Providence needs a big run here. The Argos, who just have two match losses all season to a quarterfinalist and to a semifinalist here this year. Played over. Providence has free ball. Faupula can't put it away. What reaction by Keck. And it's covered up again by Green. To the back row. Fa Li with the attack. And a Bulldog was in the net. It's a point for the Argonauts. And Providence trims it to 6. So another net violation. Sadie Giles will go back to serve. Concordia passes toward their big hitter in Keck, but she missed it out of bounds. Ashley Keck's first attacking error of the night. Comes at a tough time, and Concordia needs a timeout to talk things over. The Argos have been serving well, and they're making things a little interesting in set 1, as that one just was not quite hit firmly enough to stay in play.
Yeah, I wonder, it looked like a tighter set. As soon as I saw it, I thought, how's she going to handle this? I didn't see the fist attempt. I think if she had been able to get her hands on it instead and fingertips, maybe she would have had more control. But if that set stays off the net, I think she'll be more comfortable.
Well, the winner of this contest will play Northwestern College coming up Monday night at 8 o'clock. We have a chance at an all Great Plains Athletic Conference semifinal, but this Providence squad is putting up a good fight here late, trying to get a run going and see if they can make something happen here in this first set. And if Providence does come away with a win, we will have 4 different conferences represented in these semifinals. We've right now got the Crossroads League, the Cascade, and the GPAC, but we do not have the Frontier Conference yet. That's where Providence could come in to try and pick up a victory. The Argos have really not been in the bracket portion much. In fact, this is just the second time in program history they've made it into the bracket portion of the competition. They were a quarterfinalist in 2021, and they lost a 4-setter to Park University. So they've never been farther than this round. And, you know, that's got to motivate them, too, as that serve goes out from Giles. I got to ask you, as a coach, what in the world goes on in those timeouts that forces service errors? What magic do you guys have?
I can't tell you. It's written in my contract.
It's top secret.
We'll talk off air.
There we go. Providence reloads, and they got to get a point back here. It's Keck into the net. That's a good way to get one. Providence puts up a good block, makes Keck alter her shot. And a very rare thing, Keck with another attacking error, her second of this set. Bella Thompson, who hails from the great state of Hawaii. 36 assists, 9 digs, and she had 3 kills against Mount Vernon Nazarene yesterday. Kind of a do-it-all, 5-tool player. Set in the back row, it's tipped by Giles. That's good court awareness by her as Keck plays it over. And now Giles has to take it. She was looking for somebody else maybe to take it.
And that's one of those out-of-system kinds of plays that it looked like somebody should have been more authoritative stepping in and cleaned up their opportunity. I thought the dig was great.
Mm-hmm. And Cabry Taylor still makes something out of that point. Yeah, your point is spot on. It looks like some of those out-of-system balls trying to figure out who's going to make the necessary combination to get the point over is a little tough for Providence right now. It's played over the net, and it is covered up. Set in the back row. Giles from long range. What a dig by Fa'ali'i. And they're going to set up the right side this time. Fa'ali'i covering up the back row. And now going for the swing, just out. And Shandy Fa'ali'i could do nothing wrong there until the attack just missed it wide. And Concordia head coach Ben Bolt uses his second and final timeout. So we're at the point where things will play on to the finish. And I got to imagine this is one of those where you've got enough of a lead, you might as well try and salvage some of it by calling a timeout even while you're up 3 points.
There's a lot of wisdom in that. And you had mentioned earlier, like, what's going on in timeouts that servers are missing? You know, what is it that coaches say or don't say? I honestly think one of the key parts, and I have no idea what the training gym is, what their practice gym is, and the habits and patterns. Just as a coach, you asked me. What we do in our gym is I will purposely put my guys into situations where coming off of a water break, I'll say, hey, so-and-so, go serve. And I'm a men's volleyball coach, he has to serve that ball in. And if he doesn't, there's something, something minimal, trivial, but just something meaningful in the sense of, we got to get that serve in. It's got to be an aggressive serve. Or I'll tell them, in order to earn a water break, you've got to go nail this serve. And then I've had it before, Daniel, where I'll have a guy back there and he's not hitting the exact zone that I'm calling on the court. So I'll make him stay in it until he nails that zone. However, what I'll sometimes do is I blow the whistle, and then right as he's in rhythm to go serve, I'll blow it again as if it's a replay moment. A ball rolled on, somebody had to wipe the floor. Just little things to try to disrupt the rhythm, and hopefully it's helpful.
And yeah, maybe the rhythm gets disrupted here. No, the serve does get over this time. Thompson beats some of the jitters that come out of timeout sometimes, as this libero slides all the way across the center line. And
I think Aruna should challenge this.
Can you go around that stanchion? I mean,
he's saying, should I challenge this? That's great hustle.
That's great hustle. Great job trying to keep the play alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen someone try and crawl around the pole like that. But Providence still trying to keep the point alive. That hit the antenna, and Concordia gets to set point. It is a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, so they are pretty comfortably in set point. And Ashley Keck will try and serve up a set winner. Here's the set. It's dug up. Good job from Brugman. That's in the net. Didn't touch the block. Providence survives one set point. But they got to go 4 more to get to extra points. And it's Sayers to serve again. Second team all-conference libero this year. Set going to that right side, and with authority, it's put away by Waters. Set 1 to the Bulldogs by a score 25-20. Concordia the early advantage, and they get it done on this Ella Waters kill from the right side. Concordia 1-0 lead over the Providence Argonauts. Stay tuned. Set 2 is coming up. Who will keep their advantage? And how will this thing continue? Set 2 is coming up in just a moment on the NAIA and Urban Edge networks.
The DQ Freezer is opening again to bring back our most wished-for Blizzard flavor.
Freezer clear?
Just in time for our 85th birthday.
I wonder what it's gonna be. I wish that it
You can't say a wish out loud. It won't come true.
The Confetti Cake Blizzard Treat is back. Filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. All that's missing is a candle.
This is what I wish for.
Don't be late to the party. Grab yours before the DQ Freezer closes.
November is American Diabetes Month. And while nearly half of us have diabetes or prediabetes, every story is personal. There are stories of strength.
Every day is different. Not one day is the same.
Hard work.
No es tenerle miedo realmente a la enfermedad. Es saber cómo combatir la enfermedad.
And heartbreak.
When she passed away, it was because of diabetes.
But no matter your diabetes story, we fight for you and to find a cure. Join us at diabetes.org.
This is the 2025 Nissan Rogue. With a 12.3-inch touch display, it's the most powerful Rogue ever. And has 225 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. Go Rogue in the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models, or get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue.
This is a meal. The melty ciabatta dippers, so delicious, they have you dipping in sync meal.
Wait.
The fan favorite ciabatta dippers are back. It just feels good at Panera.
There's the swagger. End zone. Touchdown. HBCU tournament champions. They throw it wide open.
There's a new sauce in town. In your snack wrap, Buffalo Ranch at McDonald's.
Coming to you from the Tyson Event Center in downtown Sioux City as this quarterfinal Saturday continues to wind down. We've got this one more match to finish where Concordia leads Providence 1-0. Daniel Versteg with you, joined by Chad Hansen, who has coached some outstanding volleyball teams in his day, and we appreciate his insight as the Argos look to try and tie up this match. We just came off a sweep in our last quarterfinal. Northwestern brushing away Bellevue here earlier this evening. We had a 5-setter with Indiana Wesleyan surviving Corbin, and Eastern Oregon won in 4 against McPherson. So we've had the gamut of matches and the amount of sets we can have, but see how things conclude here today.
I think Providence, looking at the stats, 10 kills and 9 attack errors. That's a big area I'm sure that they've addressed. However, on the Concordia side, attack percentage also 13 kills, 8 errors. So neither team offensively producing what they're capable of or what they want to, and we'll see how this adjusts here in set 2.
Yeah, Providence averages 234 coming into this match. Concordia averages 214. They are well below that both ways, and well, that's not going to help the Concordia percentage. An attacking error from Ella Waters. Providence scores first here in the second set. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that two teams are struggling that much offensively, or not as efficient, I guess. That is a deep serve, and they had to play it late. Does get over, and it's put down. It's Ava Green. Excuse me, it is Cabry Taylor with the kill for Providence. The Argos off to a 2-0 start in set 2.
It was interesting there because I wasn't sure. I heard the whistle, and the Providence players responded to the possibility that Concordia dug that ball off a foot maybe.
And Ben Bolt was asking the second referee there after the point, but no challenge is called. That one's coming right back to Providence, right back where it came from. Bella Green can't put it away. Back row, Fa'ali'i is kept up. And Fa'ali'i gets to the second one, and Keck sends it over. So many weapons for Providence. That is out. On a big kill out of the middle, it's Franny Martins getting involved for Providence, who leads 3-0.
So here they run a slide with an X2 coming in, and that's the first time I think I've seen that in this match. They've previously just run a bunch of slides, so it's try to stack the visual attention of the blockers over towards that slide route, and you come in with a 2.
Yeah, that's a very good misdirection from Providence. As the Argos drop one into the corner. What touch from Sadie Giles. Providence up 4-0 to start the second.
I think the sets that are going out to Keck are often a 1 foot-ish too tight. And it looks like she's coming in with a big jump. She's a great attacker. She likes that ball more in the 5-foot line off the net.
Another deep serve had to be played by Everett, and it's put away. There's Keck, and right on cue, she's on the board.
There's that 5-foot line set. She's very comfortable, has a lot of range. If it gets any tighter than that, her big jump just doesn't work as effectively.
Yep, passes like that, swings like that. That's why she's averaging 4 kills a set this season. This is to the right side. Oh, it's dug over the net by Brueggemann, and it is able to be recovered. This is off the block, and it's down. Kaya Scott gets Concordia a point on serve.
Tough deflection here off the block. Would definitely love to see Sadie Giles in not Sadie Giles. Would just love to see the libero in a good position to run through that.
Kyra Sayers, the one in the gray jersey.
Yep.
And couldn't quite get to that one. The Argos keep this one going. They didn't get a good pass, and a free ball coming. Here is the attack. Not quite their best offensively. It's off a touch. Well, Providence says no way. Concordia is celebrating. And Arunas Duda does show the challenge card to our official. They're going to argue the touch call. So we'll go over some of our angles as well. But, of course, worth noting once again that the angles we have are different from the ones that the officials have. The officials are the ones that will be used by our second referee to challenge this call.
Yeah, they have this challenge review system. There are 7 high-definition cameras that are on different camera angles around the court, including maybe an 8th camera that's on the net. And they have all the different ways they can zoom in, zoom out, see the lines, see the block hands, whatever the questionable call might be that's challengeable. They are able to do that. And then the official who's there talking to the operator, it's neat that we have this camera angle, that the official can talk to the camera operator and say, I need to see more of this and less of that, or rewind that play by a couple seconds. And pretty helpful tool here at this national championship tournament.
Yeah, this is, I think, the second year that this full system has been involved for the national tournament, and it's great. And it's also made the challenges that much easier. You're not kind of guessing. You're not hoping you have a great angle on it. You have a great angle, and you just need to look at it just to double check. And yeah, it's been a really nice system, and they do call it out. There was no touch. So Providence does get the point off of it.
And because of that, Coach Arunas gets to keep his challenge, and it did not get lost since he won that challenge.
And now both of them are just making sure that everything is squared away with the rotation. And Concordia head coach Ben Bolt is having a discussion with the second referee as well. Yeah, I think they've all figured it out. That's Ben Bolt sitting next to his wife Angie, who is his assistant. They've been quite the dynamic duo in NAIA Volleyball the last few seasons.
And next to them is Karina Beamers, who used to play for me at Dort. So
I wondered
shout
if you'd
out to
highlight
Karina.
her. Yep. She was quite the player for you as well.
Quite the player. Outstanding. And she's a great coach, too.
Yeah, she knows a thing or two about volleyball. Helping Concordia here pick up a point and helping them succeed in the national tournament. As this will be Kate Grease back to serve. And Providence trying to set up Bella Green. That was off the touch. She uses the block to give the Argos a 3-point lead.
She used everything to swing into that ball. The block didn't have a chance, I think. Great rip, great speed. Got the touch for a positive kill.
So Ellie Carlson will line up for the serve on the side out. A little soft touch, and they do call it down. It is a point for Concordia on the little tip at the top of the net.
That's the second time that's happened on that fingernail tip. It's working for him, but I don't know that Molly Martin wants to be attacking it at that point. They can get that timing figured out. It might be to their advantage.
Yeah, fingernails are good for a lot of things, but getting power on attacks. Now they're going to say that one hit the antenna, and Providence once again objects to the call. And head coach Arunas Duda is asking if I have to pull my challenge card again. He does. So Providence is challenging this call once again. The question is to whether or not that touch right there, did it hit the antenna? And it was pretty close. We'll get another look at it. That one rolled on the net.
It may have just rolled off.
Yeah.
And from that line judge's standpoint, he's looking through the antenna.
Right.
The antenna is between him and the ball. Makes sense why his flag would go up.
It's a tough call for that official, yeah, because he's on the opposite side of the net.
It should be pretty easy with their net camera if that's what the R2 is looking at to discern this.
And it's worth noting the two outcomes would be a Concordia point or a replay of the point. Providence isn't going to win a point on this, but they'll win a chance to get the point back.
Yeah.
But the review went very quickly.
It did.
And I always think when there's a longer conversation down here, it's probably going to get overturned.
Yep, I think you're right.
Now, come back to the monitor. No, we're going to tell our outstanding public address announcer, Tom Jones, and they are going to replay the point. So that is two successful challenges for Coach Arunas Duda in this set.
He's using them well.
Yes, he is.
And that's also just a lot of trust that he has in his team, who's playing it out, living in the moment, and seeing it from a different vantage point than what he gets to see from the bench view. And when you can trust your players and they say, no, this is worth challenging, he can confidently step forward and do that.
And to double check, too, who was serving after that. Now it is Concordia back to serve. Now with just a 2-point lead for Providence, and that's through the block. It's put away. Cabry Taylor gives the Argos a 3-point lead. And again, it becomes a big challenge. While you did not win that point initially, you get another opportunity and you go up by 3 with it.
Yeah.
So Providence will serve once more. And the Argos serve is sent over. This goes to the outside. Big swing. Martina Fiedler. And Providence enjoys that one.
So watch the Concordia middle here on the transition. The middle for Concordia pulls around to go after the slide and cannot come back to block against the outside hit. And that's exactly what Providence wants to have Concordia do, is overplay and get pulled.
Off the block, put away. Concordia gets one back. Kaya Scott gives the Bulldogs a chance to serve. And to do the serving will be Shandy Fali'i, the sophomore from Lincoln, who has had a really nice sophomore season. She's going to be an outstanding DS over the next couple of seasons in the G-Pack for Concordia. That is down, and it's Sadie Giles once again. An outstanding collegiate volleyball player who picks up another kill.
See if the Concordia block, they shift over early. And still a great cross-court swing.
That's tough to beat that block right there. Providence will serve, and this is Arnold on the serve. The jump set, tip through. Fali'i takes. Now to Keck. Uses the block, and a good read knowing it would go out. Concordia and Providence continue to trade points. So the Bulldogs will send their serving libero back there. Seems like she's always in when she's serving. It's Clara Everett, sophomore, who was the valedictorian of our high school class in Gothenburg, Nebraska. Some would call that a brainiac. And it's dropped in by Fali'i from the back row. She's listed as a DS, but man, she's got a good back row attack.
Yeah, very much. And it's smart to know as a DS whether you have the freedom to really swing, snap on the ball or place the ball. And there she does a great job placing it.
Comes a serve from Everett. And it's Giles. Oh, and it gets down. It pinballed around, but Sadie Giles picks up the kill for Providence.
That was a faster tempo slide, great cross-court snap, and Fali'i, I think, may have gotten one in the upper platform area, maybe a chin kind of ball. Hard to dig against that, but they also just stayed eager after it.
This one is tight to the net, and it's in. It is called in for Ava Green, and the Bulldogs cut it to 2. Get another look at this one. It was close. Oh, that is pretty close. I think it did get a little sideline, but it was very, very close. That is a tough call to make.
No challenge on that one.
Nope, he's already used 2, and probably didn't want to risk it on a third.
Yeah.
This one is sent to the back corner and perfectly placed for Ella Waters.
Great deep shot, cross court, Ella Waters. It's one of those high arcing hits that as soon as you see it, you think that's out for sure. But she has enough drop off on the speed of her arm swing to place it in.
Yeah, how in the world those stay in, it's beyond me sometimes as Shelburne sends that one into the net. So Providence retains the lead. It's a 2-point advantage for the Argos as they look to tie up this match and put themselves in a spot where they can buy themselves as much volleyball as possible. They can guarantee 4 sets in this one if they pick up the win here in set 2. Keck blocked at the net. Huge front row defense from the Argos as Taylor and Martins combine for the denial.
That was a great block, great block. I thought Keck had a good visibility there to take that swing. She swung with some confidence, and Providence said no.
Deep serve, and Everett takes. Cross court from Keck. Nice sliding play there by Everett. There's another block. Oh, this one stays alive. Keck gets a good swing on it somehow. And that's a point for the Argos. Bella Green, too hot to handle. And the Argos are up 4. That will also lead to a Concordia timeout. There's a trail of fire behind that one on its way to the back row. And Concordia finds themselves on their back foot. I would say, Chad, and I don't know if I'm right or not, I feel like this start to set 2 was built on the little bit of momentum Providence had late in the first set. They were down big in that first set, still find a way to get it within 5. Sometimes when you don't win a set, if you can finish a set well, it can lead into the next one.
That's a good comment, Daniel. I as a coach, I don't always embrace that there's such a 3-minute delay from how it ended to how it started. Now, completely agreeing. What that can do is they can lose set 1, 25-20, realizing they came back from a bigger deficit, and go into that set break saying, all right, guys, we got the cobwebs, we got the jitters, we got everything now behind us. We're in this, and so there can be that sort of confidence kick. But I do think 0-0 on the scoreboard, it really is a clean slate for the most part. That's my coaching side of it. But as we've seen it play out, obviously Providence says we belong here. We've got to shore up now. The ways that Providence is winning, that looks different than set 1. And I would say even the end of set 1 still wasn't as quality of volleyball as what we're seeing now in set 2 for Providence.
Yeah, it's certainly cleaned up nicely for the Argos. They're up by 4. And here comes Concordia going to work, trying to get the side out, and they do. Tooling it off the block, Ella Waters. She's had a really nice match so far. And that is kill number 6 for her. 6 kills, 2 digs, and she's gotten in on 2 blocks for the Bulldogs as Ashley Keck lines up to serve.
Well, offensively, Providence has 9 kills, no errors on 20 swings for this set. That's going to help you.
That will do a little bit of damage. As Keck pulls out an ace serve. Now the Argos were hitting 0-20 in the first set, and they're hitting 450 here in set 2. How was that for a turnaround? Here's the tip that didn't get over. Well, I think we might have jinxed him.
We did. Sorry, Argos. Fans, don't hit mute on us yet.
No, we still got some good things to say every now and then. It's a shame I can never use that power for good. I've jinxed so many things the wrong way. I try and jinx them for good every now and then. Here comes Providence trying to get one back and keep it in their advantage. Concordia looking to tie it. And a block there. Setting the back row. Oh, and Argos almost crossed the net line. But Concordia still playing through. Diving play. This is a fun back and forth. Still going. Long run to get it. And a free ball coming. Can the Bulldogs put it to bed? Not quite. The Argos are still with it. And they get it down on the kill from Taylor. What a point.
Big swings. It got a little hectic, I'll say, in the out of system kind of control, but also great job by Providence to bring it back and finish with high hand tool.
Concordia head coach Ben Bolt, he was chatting with the second referee down there. There was a little discussion as to whether or not Providence did cross the net line during that point. A little joust, and it ends up just sneaking over in favor of the Bulldogs, and it's back to a 1-point set.
From our vantage point, really tricky to see if the ball is near the antenna, so we just kind of have to wait and watch, and it's dribbling over.
Right there. That could not have been more than a couple inches away from the antenna. That is a service error. Just missed the sideline. The Argonauts up by 2.
No challenge on that one.
Well, Coach Ben Bold has not pulled that challenge card yet. Arunas Duda's pulled it twice, and he has been correct each time he's pulled it. It's down for the kill. Waters from the right side. And we're back to a 1-point set.
The Argos are serving Keck an awful lot, and she's passing really, really well. I wonder if they shouldn't get to a different serve strategy or change the depth of the serve.
Just try and throw her off or throw somebody else off at that point. There's a block, and it's still alive, but a free ball here for the Bulldogs. It's down for the kill. Paulson ties us up at 15. Using the block well, and the block hit the antenna. And the Bulldogs will be serving for the lead with Pensick. Going to the slide, and it's put away. It's Cabry Taylor. The Argos are back in front.
That's a big deal for her to be able to swing line on that slide attack, and that's really hard to defend. It's such a short distance from the line attack to that defensive player for the Bulldogs.
Heather Barbie on the serve. That gets down off the touch, and it's Kaya Scott. Who is a phenomenal athlete, and she shows it there for Concordia. She was able to place at the state track meet in high school in both the high jump and the shot put. She was not only a jumper, but she was a thrower as well. Not many people can do that at a high level. She could in high school. That is off the block. It is down, and Martina Fiedler responds to give the Argos the lead.
Great set location. Fiedler felt very comfortable going after this aggressively, could swing right in that seam of the block and ricochet off for the score.
And Fiedler goes to the bench, checking in with head coach Arunas Duda. And Concordia out of system to Keck, and she swings well out. Ashley Keck out of bounds on her attack. Bulldogs have already used a timeout in this set. So just with the one remaining as Providence continues the serve. Push to the back corner and in. It's Molly Martin with the kill. The Bulldogs get one back on the side out.
Those line shots are hard to defend, and even if it's a little mistimed, little contact, imbalance, not the full velocity, just placed well.
See if Providence can keep the advantage. That's not going to work. That's an ace serve for Clara Everett. The Bulldogs tie it up once again, and Providence wants to talk things over. They are wanting a timeout, and it's time to celebrate for Concordia. They've tied things up here in set two. It's been a nice run for the Bulldogs as of late. The winner going to take on Northwestern. Providence has been really good offensively, but now, Chad, it looks like the Bulldogs are starting to kind of close that gap.
Yep, yeah, both teams 379 for Providence and a 324 hit efficiency for Concordia. So you love it, right? And that's what we want to see. Both teams want to be producing at a high level and let their best go against the other team, rather than what we saw in the first set, I say, was less than stellar offensive performance. And I think that's one of the nice things of rally score.
Yes.
Even if it's kind of under exciting volleyball, the score is still advancing, and it still feels either close or far or whatever. So it's good that this is high-level volleyball, and the offensive production is really working for both teams. 18-18, that's why we're tied up here.
Yeah, it's been very competitive in this set. And yeah, there are a lot of reasons why we're thankful for rally scoring here in volleyball. Keep the action going and keep the scoring up. And these two teams have done that here in set two. The Bulldogs are looking to try and take that stranglehold lead on the match, 2-0, while the Argos are trying to solidify that this match will go 4 sets. Only one timeout left either way. It's pushed through on the second ball. And Keck Sent back. Now Keck has to play the free ball over. That one's blocked. They reset it to Giles. Covered up by Everett. Now it's Fa'ali'i from the back row. From distance, the Bulldogs take the lead.
There she comes in with a lot more aggressiveness, gets a good snap on it, and hits it to the other part of the court, zone 5-6. And it surprises me, actually, that Providence isn't up in a blocking standpoint, at least protecting some part of the court there. Maybe that'll be a strategy they change.
Tight pass, put away, off the block. Faupula gets a big one back for the Argonauts. As Providence uses their many middles that have such great height up front, whether it's Bella Green, Cabry Taylor, Kiana Faupula, it doesn't really matter. They are all great hitters. That's dug back over the net. And Keck will try again. Tries again and puts it away. At first you don't succeed. Try again. Bulldogs first to 20.
The block should get the assist on this one too, because they put it right up perfect for to jump. That's fortunate for Keck, unfortunate for Providence.
Yeah, when you see that in the box score, that's not what a block assist is.
Little asterisk next to that stat.
Providence needing to tie it up. They're going to the slide, and it's rejected. The Bulldogs shut it down. Faupula couldn't get it through. Bulldogs had always seemed to be biting into that slide, so they were ready for it.
They were.
And now it will be Shelburne on the serve. Sending it through, and it does drop in. Bella Green, a big point back there for Providence.
I like the off-speed shot there from Bella Green. Not power. They were prepared for power, Concordia was. And just enough off speed taken from the arm makes the ball drop shallower, and Concordia cannot adjust quick enough.
Need to get one here for Providence. It's out. Bella Thompson gives the Bulldogs a 2-point lead here in this second set. And the winner takes on Northwestern College out of Orange City, Iowa. Coming up Monday night at 8 o'clock Central Time. That would be 7 o'clock for our friends in Great Falls, our University of Providence fans. Here is the pass on the outside. It is dug up by Keck from the right side this time, and not a bad pass over to Green, just out on that far corner. The Bulldog lead is 3, needing 2 to take the win. And Arunas Duda, after thinking about it, has decided to call the timeout for the Argonauts, who are back on their heels here in set 2. And it's really bizarre. We had a team that was hitting without any errors in the first good portion of this set. Now they've had 3 attacking errors. I'm not sure exactly what's kind of caused that here, but it's unfortunately it's kind of leading to this run for Concordia.
Yeah, interesting. Concordia has 4 blocks, and so far to Providence one termination block. Sometimes when an attacker, you get blocked once or twice, or you see your teammate get blocked, you have that mental picture that when you're going up to attack, could this be me as I go to attack? And I don't know. I don't know what's in the minds of these players as they're going up to swing, but the importance of the attackers swinging freely and doing it strategically. They need to stay in that zone rather than any other zone that could distract them from the confidence and the aggressiveness.
Well, the Argos are out of timeouts now, and so it's on the players to figure this one out. With the Bulldogs needing 2 points to take a 2-0 lead in this final quarterfinal of the day. It's been a nice long day of very high-level competitive volleyball. We have been glad you've joined us and have stuck with us all day. Bella Green puts it down. Providence does get the side out, and the Argonauts need a couple more where that came from.
It looks like the Concordia block is really just holding their base, and they will react to the set rather than doing any pre-movements.
Concordia looking to get one back. It's out. There was a touch called by the Concordia line judge on that side of the court. And Providence head coach Arunas Duda has pulled his challenge card once again. I think he's trying to figure out whether or not he should use it, and he decides not to.
I wonder what the rule is on that, how long he's allowed to say yes, no, yes, no. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out. Wave the challenge card.
He shook it a little bit.
He did.
Well, now it's set point. Bulldogs trying to go up 2-0. And tight pass, but using the block still pretty well. Providence saves the set for a little while.
Bella Green did a great job on a tight, tough set. As a right-hander on the right side, you for sure need the set to be off the net. Lefties, have a little bit more freedom because they can come in and really push with that inside of the court hand.
Well, they got to get one here on serve, and it is put away. The dig goes out of bounds, and the Bulldogs win set 2. After Providence had the early edge most of this set, the Bulldogs find a way to win it, and Concordia is still in line for the sweep. As we get another look at the Molly Martin kill that won it for Concordia, and the Bulldogs go up 2-0.
Not at her fingertips and her fingernails, but in the palm of her hand, she smacked that one to the ground. Well done, Molly Martin.
2-0 lead for Concordia, one away from punching their ticket into the semifinal round. See if they can get it done coming up. When you return, you're watching the NAIA Women's Volleyball National Tournament on the NAIA and Urban Edge networks.
There's a new sauce in town. In your snack wrap, Buffalo Ranch. Tangy, creamy, a little mild, and a little wild. Buffalo Ranch Snack Wrap for a limited time at McDonald's.
We're not just getting ready for a game. We're here to change the game. We play with heart. We move with power. We lift each other up. We believe every girl has the power to chase her dreams. We fought hard to be here. Every court, every field, we own it. We're not asking to be seen. We're demanding it. Join us on UEN, where women's sports take center stage.
That spice is 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Hi, my name is Khadijah, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick of the chicken. It's just the right amount of heat. It gets me excited and definitely wanting more. And then, pro tip, add that cilantro lime sauce. I couldn't get enough of that sauce. It cools it down. If the sandwich is at 100, the cilantro lime takes it to 200. It makes me want to, tell all my friends and family.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
In the club, I might just pause. Look at my feet, come kiss my toes. I move my waist like fast and slow. I do too much, yeah, I do plenty. Friday and I just got paid. I can talk my talker days. They love how I fling my braids.
Keep your chest lifted.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, 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 go.
Almond Breeze has 50% more calcium than dairy milk with 0 grams of sugar and fewer calories.
Wish every choice was this obvious.
That one.
More calcium, less sugar, fewer calories. Almond Breeze, the obvious choice.
In life and in business, the goalposts often move. But at Accenture, we say, game on. Because whatever goal you're heading for, together, we'll get there.
Sensodyne is our first line of defense against sensitivity. When people are experiencing sensitivity, they're experiencing an exposed layer of the tooth. Sensodyne helps by creating a protective barrier on those exposed areas. I love Sensodyne because it works.
This is it. Our last night sharing a room. Tomorrow, we'll be in our new home.
They told you buying a home would take years, but didn't help you start. Still, you kept trying.
You'll have a yard to play in, a place to dream.
Hope makes it happen. With tailored mortgage solutions, Hope Credit Union makes homeownership happen for thousands of people, regardless of income or credit. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit. Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio. That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
We are back inside the Tyson Event Center here in downtown Sioux City as our final match of the quarterfinal round is potentially coming to a close. It's got a chance to anyway. Concordia's up 2-0 on Providence as the Bulldogs are looking to get to the semifinal round for the first time in program history. They've been to the quarterfinals now 3 times in program history. They lost both of their prior quarterfinals. In 2019 in the old format, they made the round of 16 in the bracket portion, but they've never been to the last 4 round of the semifinal contest coming up on Monday. They're looking to try and change that here as the Bulldogs go back to serve with Providence. They've also never been to the semifinals, so somebody will get a chance to change their tune, and Providence starts off set 3 with a point. So a lot to play for still in this 3rd set as the Argonauts are trying to save their season. And the Bulldogs are trying to set up a 3rd matchup with Northwestern. And boy, that will be quite the matchup coming up Monday night if that is the case. And it is put away. Providence getting off to a strong start. Cabry Taylor puts the Argonauts up 2.
It's good that they're running different routes, scoring in different parts of the net. That was one of the strategies, and it's a good start for this 3rd set, which is a must.
You got to save your season somehow. Bulldogs put it away, and they are able to get their offense going a little bit sooner, actually, than they did in set 2. The Argonauts got off to a strong 4-0 lead in the 2nd set, and the Bulldogs break it here in half that time. Ashley Keck is back to serve. The accolades are too much to list for her in her collegiate career. Had a tremendous 4 years in Seward. And this one is put away. A big block for Providence. Keeps the Argos in the lead. And this time they were trying to get Kaya Scott going. Now it's Kyra Sayers who's back to serve. Going over to Waters, and she's got her 2nd kill. Ella Waters off to a hot start here in the 3rd.
She had a wide open court to attack to there, so I wonder what the breakdown was on that defensive effort.
And there is that look. Yeah, there's really nobody in that back corner.
Yeah.
Serve short. And they go over to Bella Green. Kaya Scott can't find the floor, and now Giles from the back row. Scott reloads again. Tipped over the block, and it does get down. It's Green once again as the Argonauts keep the advantage.
2nd tip in a row from the right side that's fallen over into that zone 4 area. That may be a strategy that the Argos said they can score in a couple of times, and see if that keeps playing out or if Concordia makes an adjustment.
There's the block. Oh, a joust. And it's played right back over. Sayers kept it alive. As Giles just sends it over. Good diving play by Everett. How about this back and forth? This is a fun point. Who's going to win it, though? Keck sends it right back over. Going to the slide on the right side. It's Giles putting it away.
One of the hardest parts to running a slide, I think, is the blind aspect for the setter who's just sending a ball overhead, and the timing and location for that attacker. In that case, as soon as the set was released, I loved the set location on that one, and obviously the attack could come freely.
Concordia needing to get a few points back. Can't get one there. It's dug by Sayers. And trying to go back over to Edens, who's into the contest for the first time tonight. Keck couldn't find the middle of the defense. And a good dig back there from Shelburne. Everything's been dug up by Providence here in this set. Oh, and now the back set to the back row. Keck's dug up again. Ryan Edens just out. And the Bulldogs survived the point long enough to win it.
The Argos are questioning whether it was touched off the block and kind of just deciding amongst themselves, saying, no, we don't think it did, even though we wish it did.
And Providence is batting 1,000 on their challenges, so they don't want to ruin that batting average.
You don't get to take those in the postseason, though.
No, you don't. This one's out of bounds, and it is Cabry Taylor with the attacking error. Concordia trims that deficit to 1. See the Bulldogs enjoying their time here in Sioux City. Some celebrations on the bench, keeping things loose and energetic. Tipped off the block. And it's just out from Molly Martin. Ben Bolt's thinking about it.
There was that zone two tip again. This time Concordia picked it up well. Zone 4 tip again.
And they called out. Ben Bolt wants to challenge. So they're going to take a look at this one. We had a decent angle on that last replay we showed, but they'll have another good look. We'll see this one again from here.
Not a tip, a deflection off the block, but anyways, they were there sharp on it. Yeah, hard to.
That's tough to tell from that one. This one might give us a good view. It had a decent look the last time. We'll see what we got.
I don't see it, but I'm willing to be wrong.
That might be tough to overturn. That might be one of those we don't have evidence, so we just got to go with the call. We maybe don't have something to confirm the out call, but we just have to keep it.
They're moving the monitors away from our camera broadcast.
Oh, and who's dancing in front of us? Now we got Kaya Stanley busting a move. Providence is having a good time. The Argos want some airtime.
Concordia fans getting into it, even in costume.
I got to know where you get a hairdo like that. Yeah, we got some great fans here. We got some great athletes. Kaya Stanley is just showing off her moves right now for Providence. So we'll see what they end up deciding. This is taking a little while, so I wonder if it is kind of one of those deals where they're looking for the angle and really kind of having a tough time finding it.
And I believe it's one of those that has to be clearly discerned in order to be overturned. Well, if it's too close to even tell on the film, then I believe they just have to keep the call as it went.
Yep. And obviously our camera angles are not the ones used in the replay system, but we went through 2 of them, and both of them it was kind of like, we're not sure one way or the other, so I can't imagine how tough it is for those officials to look at it.
Yep.
Runas Duda is hoping that this call stays the way it was to keep his team up by a couple of points. And this is at the point where the challenge has probably gone a little long, and you've run through all the things you want to talk about as a coach, and so now you're like, so what are we going to go eat afterwards?
Yeah, I was just going to say that too.
What's going to be open at this time of night?
I think there's some new places open here in Sioux
That's
City.
Right.
It's a great. It's increasing each year. They get Sioux City a wonderful volleyball venue here in the Tyson Event Center. They've been doing this for a long, long time.
18 years
now.
Yeah.
Doing it well. And then also they get the basketball, women's basketball national championship for the NAIA in the month of March.
Oh, March can't get here soon enough. I know we got to finish
Yeah,
volleyball.
we're
but
still in volleyball
we
season.
still got Tuesday.
Hang on there.
After Tuesday, then it's the long race to March. Here we go. They do say that the challenge is confirmed, or at least upheld anyway, and the call on the floor stands. So Providence is up 2. Yeah, this has been a great title town for the NAIA, hence why the volleyball tournament's been here 18 years. Basketball tournament is nearing 3 decades here in Sioux City. It's been a great home.
It's interesting looking at Coach Bolt talking to the R2. He was even asking, which camera did you use to determine and if there was a redirection on the ball. So,
there you go. Yeah, that's be interesting so you know which vantage point they're looking at. Concordia's got to play a free ball. Providence a chance to extend the lead. And Giles is dug up. That's put away. A great pass to the outside. Kaya Scott with the kill. Bulldogs cut it to 1. So Concordia gets a monster side out there. And now Shandy Fa'ali'i goes back to serve for Concordia. The Bulldogs, who have never been in the semifinal before in their 5th bracket round in school history. Never won a bracket match prior to this season. Tip through to the middle, and that does stay alive, and the free ball played over. It's a pretty good free ball from Keck. And there's the block at the net. Concordia ties it up in set 3.
Yeah, Keck has had some really impressive free balls. It's a funny statement to make, but she's even put one time she put some side spin on it, which made it come off of the platform a little bit awkward for the Argos.
Yeah, when you can kind of play it as low as you can while getting it over the net, that's a good way to kind of throw off a team. Gonna go to Giles, and she finds the back corner. What touch for Sadie Giles as she continues to be, not always getting kills, but as you mentioned, sometimes the fewer the errors are, the better she is, and she's only got 1 attacking error.
That's nice. That's a big bonus for a Providence team that needs to be very, very streamlined and efficient offensively.
From the right side, and what a recovery by Fa'ali'i. That does get in between the sticks. And good recovery. Boy, these are some close points. Who's going to win it? Giles does. Back-to-back kills for Sadie Giles. 7 kills to go along with 10 digs for her tonight. Good use of the block. Boy, there really wasn't a whole lot of room there in between the antenna and the block. She somehow found it. It's put away by Keck. And she gives a lot of credit to her setter. And Pensick to be able to set her up for that kill.
I'd say that's the sweet spot for the set location. Keck and most hitters really like that 3 to 4 foot line off the net.
Concordia's trying to pull off a sweep. Oh, Fa'ali'i with a trail of fire, just a little long on it. And the Argos are up by 2.
Yeah, she definitely wanted that one. And again, Providence, no block up on that back row attack. I think they're just going to let it ride and trust that they can dig the diggables.
Giles sent deep to Keck. Dug back over the net. They didn't have the timing on that tip. Giles from the back row. Can't put it away. To the right side. Oh, Giles again. Upping that dig counter. And it's put away by Bella Green. The Providence lead grows to 3.
I'm really impressed, Bella Thompson, just her speed as a setter. She gets her setting hands on a lot of digs and passes that others would just take with their platform.
Put away from the right side. That's Maddie Paulson. Trying to get her going a bit on the right side. It's good a blocker as well. Concordia trims it to 2. It's going to be Shelburne, who nearly had a double-double yesterday with 19 assists and 9 digs. Sends that one deep to the back row. Giles from long range. She's good in the back row. And a block at the net in the front row. That's Valpula, and Bella Thompson, the setter, gets involved in the block. It's not a bad spot, but a really nice block put up.
Great timing, great height. Finishes it well.
Thompson will serve once again. And the slide goes right. It is kept alive. Bulldogs need to reload here. And another block. Once again. He's playing a little ping pong over the net. Giles from long range once again. A little touch. Can't put it away.
Good pressure over to the setter.
Keck just wide. And the Argo lead is 4. And that is a big enough lead for Concordia head coach Ben Bolt. And a timeout is needed for the Bulldogs, trying to regroup here in the 3rd set. What a job by Providence. But now the big thing for the Argos, they've had a lead midway through a set and have lost the set. I'd have to imagine the message in that Providence huddle, hey, we got to find a way to stick with it and finish here.
Now, you just lost some more Argos listeners, Daniel. They just hit mute and said, are these guys going to go down this route again and jinx our Argos? No, you're right. I believe in the timeout conversation, what often happens is, for Coach Arunas, it's here's what's working. Let's stay with this. Let's adjust this other thing. Let's tweak this. Here's what they're doing defensively. Attackers, you can hit this spot, et cetera, et cetera. So seldom as coaches would we step into this moment and say, all right, you guys, don't lose this lead. It's a very composed, very forward-thinking kind of message. And I hope some Argos fans just unmuted us. Again, they can watch and listen to the broadcast.
There we go, absolutely. Well, right now things are going good for the Argos, but we know what Concordia is capable of. We've seen it already. This Bulldog team has played some great volleyball. As we mentioned it kind of early on, their 3-match losses this season have come to 2 teams that are in the semifinals on Monday night. Eastern Oregon once, Northwestern twice. Here comes Concordia, trying to tip it over, and the Argos reload. It's put away. Providence keeps it rolling out of the timeout, and Cabry Taylor adds to their lead.
So Providence, over the last several attacks, is putting the ball over to that right side of the court, and I think that's really played into their offensive success.
Bella Thompson on the serve deep. Keck, where'd she come from with the kill? Right in the middle of some traffic.
That was impressive play. She passed over on the right-hand side, came in on this middle 2, and you could even hear the Argos bench saying 2-2, like they knew it was coming and they still couldn't close the block in time. Great swing.
She was almost shielded by that middle in the front row. Here's the set. Right, what a swing from Valpula. And the senior adds to her day with her 5th kill.
And in that play, the pass went a little bit tight, so Bella Thompson froze the middle blocker there, who had to stay in case there was a setter dump, and or not a setter dump. She's back row, but still, it was is the ball going to come over kind of play.
And now there's a discussion over at the scorer's table. Second referee.
Maybe there was a substitution that was missed or something.
And Arunas Duda, the head coach of Providence, is just making sure that everything's on the up and up. And now Kyra Sayers will go back to serve for Providence.
There's a deep serve.
Very deep. And the Bulldogs have trouble with it. Tough pass. Keck's there to dig it off the block. Waters gets back to work. She got the first 2 points for the Bulldogs in this third set and gets one back there.
I'm glad to see Providence put a different dimension serve in play there. And I think they need to do that more. Put some shorts in, put some deeps in, serve the 20-foot range.
Here's the serve, diving play by Sayers. And it does touch the back row. Grease trying to get out of the way, but couldn't. Providence is up 5, needing 10 to buy another set here at the national tournament. Ellie Carlson back to serve for Providence. The number 6 overall seed here in the national tournament. Trying to spoil our run of top seeds moving on. And a good job playing out of the net. Giles with a good swing on it. And it does get tipped down. That's Molly Martin, and the Bulldogs get a side out.
Bella Thompson is in a lot of places and can cover a lot of different dimensions there, scooping that out of the net very quickly.
I don't know how she gets all those places on the court. It's remarkable what she's able to do. There's the jump set. Giles does find the sideline. And the Argo lead grows to 5 points. As Providence will send Heather Barbie back to serve. The freshman who hails from Yakima, Washington. It's an ace for Heather Barbie, the freshman here in the quarterfinals. Puts the Argos up 6.
Good deep serve again. You just put a different layer of stress on the serve-receive passing crew when you can hit the final 3-ish feet of the court, and you can hit the 20-foot. That's where most everybody serves. And you can hit sort of the 12-foot, 10-foot area. The passers have to cover a lot of depth, and if it's not a libero who's used to moving in that sort of range, but it's an outside hitter, then that outside hitter is actually creating more physical work to move back, to move forward, which over the course of a longer match, if this does go into extra sets, that can really play to the advantage of Providence in this case. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast here for this match, I felt like they were serving Keck way too many times. And Keck was just standing right there 20 feet off the net, just passing perfect in-system kinds of balls. That's to the Concordia benefit and the detriment of Providence, but they can move it around different passers. They can move it to different depths. That creates a lot of imbalance for Concordia, who can't get into as much of a rhythm.
And that's why the Bulldogs are finding themselves behind here midway and starting to get late in set 3. As the Bulldogs are still in a decent spot. As you can see, they're up 2 sets to none. Right now, they just need 1 set, any number of sets. Whereas the Argos are in a spot where they have to get 3. They are in a no-loss situation. They have to keep on winning to keep their season afloat into the semifinal round. 2 teams that have never been past this round playing each other here in the national tournament and trying to figure out who will get their first crack at the semifinals. That is out on the attack to the far corner. Providence adds to the lead.
That was just a half floor tile, I think, away from being in.
So close. It's the set off the block. To the right side, the block hit the antenna, and the Argos just can't stop. They're up 8. What a run here for Providence. Again, Concordia trying to call a timeout to stop it. They've not been able to.
Brought a sub in.
They did. McKenna Starkey is in, the freshman, replacing Maddie Paulson. They're going to Starkey right away.
Wow, great dig.
Nearly got a kill on her first touch. Keck just out. And the Argos get to 20 in dominating fashion here in the third set. Trying to polish it off and force us into a 4th. Keep the season alive a little bit longer. It's down. There's Starkey. Her second swing gets herself a kill, and now she'll be checked out for Maddie Paulson once again. How about that? One swing at the national tournament, and you get a kill out of it.
It's a big deal. That was something that Coach Bolt talked about. He has a pretty deep team, and he can unplug and plug in different players in different moments, and the team responds really well to that. So that's a big advantage for him.
Just double-checked my stat sheet. That's only her 8th kill of the season.
Wow.
Not a bad time for it.
But she's got tons of kills in practice, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. That's why you put in that time.
Yeah.
There was a kill off the block there, and Providence is 4 away from the set 3 victory. RLA Arnold is back there.
Starkey back in.
If it ain't broke, as Keck gets back to work with a nice swing. And Concordia trying to keep this set alive a little bit longer. Make Providence sweat it out just a bit. Clara Everett. Libero is on for the serve. Going to Giles on the slide, and it's through the block. And Sadie Giles, with so much experience in college volleyball. What a cool story. She started college in 2020 and was a first-team All-Conference, honorable mention All-American. First-team All-Conference in 2021, but missed the 2022 and 2023 seasons while she was on mission with the Church of Latter-day Saints, came back to college, and now has been All-Conference in 2024 and 2025. She also got married in that stretch as well. Not very often we see some of that happen, and we get Concordia with a player in the net as the Argos lose it and go up or cut it to within 2, needing to win the set.
Great hustle save.
Wow. What an effort here from Providence as the Argos win a massive set. This one tipped, and it does get down. Ashley Keck trying to save this set just a little bit longer, but it's going to take a Herculean effort here in set 3. Shelburne will be on serve. Off the block, and it is Concordia setting it up to Waters. She's rejected. How about that solo block from Bella Green? And the Argos get to set point. Green was right there for it. Set point here in set 3. Providence trying to lock up another set in their season. That serve goes out from Bella Thompson.
I'm okay with that error, though. She's trying to push that deeper dimension of the court like I talked about, and this error at this time, she'll be sharper the next time she's called to put a deep serve in.
Now Keck needs to serve up a miracle for the Bulldogs if they want to still sweep the Argos. It is down. Falpula puts set 3 to bed, and the Argos have locked up another set here in Sioux City with a 25-15 win here in the 3rd. Stay tuned. We've got a very fun 4th set on the way for you. Concordia still in line for the win, or will Providence force this one to a winner-take-all 5th? You'll just have to come back with us. Stay tuned. You're watching the NAIA Women's Volleyball National Tournament on the NAIA and Urban Edge Networks.
The DQ Freezer is opening again to bring back our most wished-for Blizzard flavor.
Freezer clear?
Just in time for our 85th birthday.
I wonder what it's gonna be. I wish that it
You can't say a wish out loud. It won't come true.
The Confetti Cake Blizzard Treat is back. Filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. All that's missing is a candle.
This is what I wish for.
Don't be late to the party. Grab yours before the DQ Freezer closes.
November is American Diabetes Month. And while nearly half of us have diabetes or prediabetes, every story is personal. There are stories of strength.
Every day is different, not one day is the same.
Hard work.
No es tenerle miedo realmente a la enfermedad, es saber cómo combatir la enfermedad.
And heartbreak.
When she passed away, it was because of diabetes.
But no matter your diabetes story, we fight for you and to find a cure. Join us at diabetes.org.
This is the 2025 Nissan Rogue. With a 12.3-inch touch display, it's the most powerful Rogue ever. And has 225 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. Go Rogue in the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models, or get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue.
This is a meal. The melty ciabatta dippers, so delicious, they have you dipping in sync meal.
Wait.
The fan favorite ciabatta dippers are back. It just feels good at Panera.
End zone. Now, HBCU tournament champions. They blow it wide open.
Well, as you can see, we're going to set number 4 here on the NAIA and Urban Edge Networks. Providence, the Argonauts, they take set 3 convincingly by a score of 25-15. They're hoping to lead that into some momentum here in set 4. But Concordia is also looking to try and win it in the 4th set. And you know, sometimes you think a team dominates like this, they're just going to cruise the rest of the way. But as we've seen already earlier today, that's not always the case.
That is true, and I have an odd statistic to share. I've shared it in other broadcasts, and this has nothing to do with the Argos, nothing to do with the Bulldogs. This is a big, big volleyball statistic done over decades of time, and that is any team that wins by 10 or more points, 10 or more points, that team that won by 10 or more points, 82% of the time they lose the next set. Now, I'm not wishing that on anybody.
No.
I firmly believe statistics are a reflection of what's happened. They are not predictive towards what will happen.
Sure.
So I just want to, Argos fans, I have 0 against you. I've stated this in other broadcasts and other matches. We saw it lived out to be true today, earlier in other matches. So we'll see how this one shakes out, and I hope it's competitive. I'm here, you're here, it's snow outside. Let's stay for 5.
You know what? Let's let the plows get a little bit more work done on the streets, and we'll hopefully have a better ride home.
As a coach, probably the last thing I say is I told my team during these kinds of moments, be the 18%.
There you go.
If you're the team that wins by 10 or more, be the 18%.
Well, that is a good response for Concordia. Providence did get the first point of this set. The Bulldogs respond with one there. And now Concordia will line up for the serve. And Providence is in the spot where they have to play perfect volleyball, just about perfect the rest of the way. They cannot afford any of these sets to go the wrong way. Concordia just needs one of these potentially 2 sets that are still to be played. And it's put down out of the middle. Concordia is getting some good offense rolling. And the Bulldogs have the lead in the 4th. That one coming from Ava Green. Concordia will serve with Ashley Keck. Short serve, trying to get that right on the spike line. Slide right, it's put down. What a slide for Ella Waters. Bulldogs are up 2 here in the 4th set.
The Argos need to get themselves some offense. It starts with a pass, obviously. Concordia's putting in some mixed-up serves here from Keck.
And Keck's been serving really well here against Providence. Oh, how in the world did Shelburne dig that? It's tipped over. And dug up out of the back row by Keck. Pushed on the second ball. Now this one is going to the right side again for Waters. It's over the net. Oh, and what a dig from Falpula. Another chance here. And it's finally down. Kaya Scott puts the Bulldogs up 3 in a big 4th set. There was so many tries there for Concordia. And Scott finally wins that one for the Bulldogs. Keck drops in an ace. And Concordia's off and rolling. They get to 5 right out of the get-go. And a timeout coming from Providence as the Argos are trying to stop Concordia's dance moves here, but the Bulldogs have been dominant to start set 4. And Providence has to regroup early, and you can tell how big this set is, obviously, by how early the timeout came from Marunas Duda, trying to stop the bleeding right out of the get-go.
I think that's a good timeout. You don't, as a coach, want to take it, but you also cannot afford to have a 6-1 score or a 7-1 score. Like, you really need to put some control into it, to call your group back to the foundational, fundamental things of the trust that they have for each other, the individual confidence that they have in their own skills, and remind them they're here to play this game that they love, not to play with a burden of any sort of fear or hesitation.
Some of the early opportunities here for Concordia. You saw the Ava Green attack, and boy, Ella Waters has been so good on that right side. And here's that solo block pushed over, but the Bulldogs had to reload. They do. Getting that outside attack from Kaya Scott. And it's so many players involved. Scott, Green, Waters, Keck with an ace serve in there. Just love seeing everybody get involved for Concordia. And the Bulldogs try and keep it going out of that Providence timeout. It'll be Ashley Keck on the serve. That one's in play. It's tipped over the block. Ooh, not the cleanest first hit. So Providence has a chance on this one. But Keck's there to dig it. Waters going cross court. Push to the corner, and it is in. What a tip there from Kyra Sayers. The libero gets a kill there.
Very clever play. I wasn't sure.
It's close. Sayers gets her 8th kill of the season. That one's in the net from Waters. Back-to-back points for Providence. That was a very good timeout for Marunas Duda, the head coach of the University of Providence, to get them back on the right track. And here comes the serve. And Providence gets out of system. Concordia's all over it. To the back row, it's Keck, too long. Providence cuts it to 1 with a 3-point run coming out of that timeout. The Argo bench having some fun. And now the serve will come once again from Kyra Sayers. She's served up some good ones here in this run, and that one's put away. Kaya Scott gets the Bulldogs back on serve.
A couple of great digs in the previous rallies for Bella Thompson. I think she missed 1 or 2 in the early part of this set, and the adjustment of either her digging location on the court or just reactions to the ball were really, really productive.
Going to Bella Green. Bit off the net, but it didn't affect her. It's a kill for the Argos, and Providence is down by 1. So Providence will have the serve, and it will be Ellie Carlson with the winner set to play Northwestern coming up Monday night at 8 o'clock Central Time. That is off the block and out of bounds. The kill there for Waters as the Bulldogs go up by 2.
She just ducked out of this enough. Almost like a Matrix move here. I think she's thrilled that it didn't bounce off the top of her head because that came close.
And at 6'3", it's not easy to get out of the way of some of those blocks. And as a 6'4" man, I know it's tough to duck under stuff. What a kill there for Maddie Paulson. Concordia keeps it rolling. The Bulldogs gave up a few points there, but Concordia's got back under control, and they're up by 3. So it will once again be Pensick to serve. She's setting also for the Bulldogs. That's down for the kill. It is Cabry Taylor who slides to the right side and sides out the Bulldogs.
Great swing there by Cabry. A deep corner cross court. Keck couldn't get in the way. Great snap by Taylor.
2-point Bulldog lead. Serve is handled. Bulldogs try and use some misdirection, and it works. It's Kaya Scott. She went up there with Maddie Paulson. No, excuse me, Molly Martin on that kill. And the Bulldogs able to capitalize on it.
That's the kind of play where you're trying to isolate. And actually, I thought the Argos did a great job reading it. They just needed to press hands, and it would have had a different outcome.
Serve kind of pinballs around, but it is sent over. That is out with a touch. They had a net violation as well anyway, so touch or no touch becomes irrelevant at that point. The Bulldogs are up 4. The serve will come once again from Shandy Fa-Ali. Serve taken by Providence. They are way out of system. Bella Thompson plays it over. Here's the pass to the outside. That is dug up by Bergman. Nice dig there from Carlson. Bergman showing up again. And they attack Carlson. These attacks are just going to the same back row players. There's Carlson on the dig again. Bergman with another. Fa-Ali floats it long. Providence sides it out on a back and forth point with the back rows showing up.
I thought there was an opportunity there for Bella to set Giles on that slide in transition. She was going back for it. It was a well-timed opportunity and came back outside here, and they still were able to score on the Fa-Ali error. But maybe something that could have been a longer match schematic benefit.
Providence trying to keep the momentum going. They pushed it over to the outside. It is kept up. Pushed over, and Concordia reloads. Tips it through from Keck. It's still alive.
Smart play to take the setter out of system here.
And going to the outside. It is in from Sadie Giles. And Providence trims that deficit down to 2. They are in a nice swing, and Concordia wants to slow down the momentum just a bit, with Providence trimming that deficit down to 2. So the Bulldogs have given up a bit of a lead. We'll see that last point here for Concordia. Well, that was the kind of misdirection they had, and then Providence was able to counter with Giles.
And there you've got a setter front row, Bella Thompson. Great pass, which makes the Concordia middle freeze and block attempt against what could have been a setter dump. And then the set gets pushed out beautifully by Bella Thompson. Easy swing score for the point.
Providence is the number 6 seed, and again, they're trying to pull off our first upset, seed upset, if you will, as the winner will take on Northwestern College coming up Monday night at 8 o'clock. And once again, the championship contest will come your way at 7 o'clock Central Time here in Sioux City at the Tyson Event Center in downtown Sioux City. We've been sheltered in from the snow and, well, not fun weather that we've had here early today, all throughout the day. Snow and kind of sleet and some wintry mix. But everybody got here okay, I think, for the most part, to be able to enjoy some high-level volleyball, trying to pick our last 4 teams that will play for the semifinal Monday night. And this will be Providence on serve after we get something taken care of on the scorers table. They got it figured out. Isabel Cajal on the serve. Oh, and Concordia didn't have a good chance to get an attack on that one, but they're able to keep it alive. Keck, she is blocked. That is Bella Thompson. She's in there with Falpula. And the Argonauts keep it rolling. They're down 1.
Is that her second time getting Keck specifically? Or was her termination block? I'm trying to remember.
It might be, yeah.
Who that was against.
Well, Keck's had a lot of attacks that way. Now they're going to go to the right side, and that is Starkey once again. And McKenna Starkey ends up in the net for the error. We are tied here in the 4th set. Providence wants to go 5. Concordia wants to put it away here.
Look for Concordia to get it out to Keck.
Keck takes the serve, and now she'll get the swing. And she tools it off the block. A good call on that one, Coach.
The pass also helped bias it in some senses because it was not a middle option kind of pass. But Keck delivers. That's why she is who she is for the Bulldogs.
So that's why all those 6 rotation players get so many kills, because they can set up a good first touch that just leads their way.
We are not going to superimpose that that's what actually happened. I don't believe that about Keck at all, and obviously highly skilled. We complimented her passing ability earlier in the match. She's phenomenal. And I think when you're in those pressure moments, you're going to go to your high-rising, high-producing players, and she delivered once again.
As she has all throughout the season, all throughout her 4 years at Concordia.
There she is.
There she is again. And she's got another. Ashley Keck is starting to heat up for the Bulldogs as Concordia retakes the lead here in set 4. This time she's in the middle, and it's players like that that are so fun to watch because it doesn't matter where they set up. They're comfortable swinging at the volleyball from anywhere.
Yes. Yep.
Here comes the serve.
And teams and coaches that use them in those different dimensions, really, really effective.
Bella Green with the kill. Off her 11-kill performance against Mount Vernon Nazarene yesterday. Green's got another 12 kills to add to that total. She's got 12. Sadie Giles has 12. Giles has a double-double with 16 digs. Bella Thompson has a double, 38 assists, 16 digs for Providence. The Argos go to Green. Here comes Concordia. They got a chance to get back in front, and Keck does get it done. A couple of good efforts there from Providence, but Ashley Keck gives the Bulldogs the lead as we pass the midway point of this 4th set.
Ashley Keck serving for the Bulldogs.
So now Keck will go back to serve. The native of Kearney, Nebraska, one of those 3 cities in Nebraska that they call the Tri-Cities. Let's put away Kiana Falpula. We are tied, and these 2 teams are trading side-outs here the last few points. Not much momentum one way or the other. Just kind of trying to bide some time, and that actually helps each coach who has used a timeout already in the set. Try and salvage it for when it really counts. Good block put up. Got a free swing there for Providence, but Waters tries to go off that block again. And Green uses the block to her advantage. Bella Green puts the Argonauts up here in the 4th.
From where we are and the angle that we have on the net, I can see the Concordia block is not pressing over the net. Their hands are high, but that's the outcome difference for why these kills are working for the Argos.
Deep serve. Oh, there's a good block.
Boom.
Taylor and Edens combine for the block. And Concordia head coach Ben Bolt, quick trigger on his 2nd time out of the set. We'll see that block again. How about that denial for the Argonauts?
When the palms of the blockers get to the other side or the attacker's side of the court, that's one of the first key strategies to being an effective blocker. And at times we've seen the Concordia block have palms on their own side of the net. And a ball that even hits those arms, they may be strong, they may be high above the net, but the attacker hits those palms that are on the blocker's side of the net. That could be often a successful outcome for the attacker. So in that case, Argos, great press on the block there, great timing, great finish, and they're loving where they are right now, 15-13, trying to push for that fourth set, trying to be the 18% of that statistic.
Yep, I was just about to mention that. This Argonaut team is trying to kind of curb that number just a little bit as we see some of the things that has gone right for Providence. Well, here we are again. The Argos have not had an attacking error in this set, while Concordia has had 6. And so the fact that the Argonauts only have a 2-point lead in this set is somewhat impressive. You'd expect Concordia to be kind of down and out by this point.
That's a good point. Very good point.
8 kills for the Argonauts, 12 for Concordia, so they've got a little bit more quantity over quality compared to Providence, but we go on here in set 4. Argos trying to keep the lead, see if we go to a winner-take-all 5th to conclude the quarterfinal round. That attack is long. It's out of bounds from Waters, and the Argos keep the scoring going out of Concordia's final timeout. And again, neither team has been in a semifinal before in the National Volleyball Tournament. As the Argonauts go right side, there's a big block, and it is down. Concordia gets a big side out back on the block. And the Bulldogs will have serve. It is going to come from Kate Grease. Grease, a seen here from Sutton, Nebraska, on the serve for Concordia. It's put away. What a swing again from Bella Green. She is catching lightning in a bottle here for the Argos.
That's a tough ball sent across. Great reverse.
Ellie Carlson serving for the Argonauts.
14 kills for Green. She's hitting .355 with just 3 attacking errors. Tipped over, and Providence reloads. There's a block. It's covered up. Push through. Here comes Providence. They're out of system, but it's worked before. Ryan Edens to Keck. And now here's the tip. Going back to Concordia on the outside. It is out. And without a touch, Concordia, I think, is arguing for a net violation. See it again here.
Or that the ball was hit off the block.
Yeah, what are we are going to get a challenge here. And so they could be looking for either a block touch or the net violation potentially. So I did see an Argo player that was very close to the net after they put up that block. I can't remember who it was, but the Argos kind of had a bit of a guilty look at times. So,
well, it's funny because both coaches, I did a quick eye check on both coaches, and both of them, it looked like they were looking at each other as if, are you going to, what did you see? What did you see? And obviously they're not going to tell or give away anything, but it was kind of like each one would be checking with the other, with their own players.
You going to pull the card?
Yeah.
You going to pull the card?
Yeah.
We'll get another look at this one. And this is the attack coming here for Concordia.
Really.
Oh, Providence is really close there.
Oh, right at the end there.
Yeah,
right at the end. Giles sort of landed and twisted away from the net.
Right.
That may be what you.
That's kind of what I saw, I think. Yeah, so I don't know if they're looking for the block touch or the net violation. Now, Sadie Giles did run over to the up official. He kind of caught her running back to the huddle there. I'm not sure exactly what she was checking on or asking for. Whatever this replay review, whichever specifically about the play they are looking at, it has concluded. And now our second referee is going over things with our scorekeepers. Do such a great job. And it is a net violation. Oh.
I'm trying to remember. Coach Bolt called this challenge, right? So he is successful with his.
He's successful. And Concordia, the points flip. So instead of a 4-point Argo lead, it's a 2-point Argo lead. And Arunas Duda, the Providence head coach, is checking with the second referee about this call as well.
As I read the R2 motions, she's describing to Coach Arunas how and when the net violation happened. And I'm sure he's asking, was the ball dead already when she did make the net error? That would be my question.
Yeah, that was kind of the question I had, because it did happen very late. It wasn't initially on the block.
Right.
It was very late into the attack. But that's a big challenge to go the way of Concordia from a 4-point deficit to a 2-point deficit. Giles trying to get one back. And it's tipped off the block. Kaya Scott trims it to 1. And again, worth noting, there's only one timeout left in play as we check that one out again. Nobody on that right side to cover up the block. Serve is deep. And Concordia settles it over to Scott. Put away. Back to back. Kaya Scott kills, and this set is tied. No, we do get a late sub here for Providence. Martina Fiedler is in. She replaces Ryden Edmonds in that front row. There's a recovery for Providence. Cabry Taylor gives the Argos a lead back here in the 4th.
Great swing, cross court, and fascinating to me. Keck was really pulled over to the right side. It was like they had two diggers protecting the setter from having to take that first ball for Concordia.
Heather Barbie on the serve for the Argos. Here is Concordia flipping it over. Keck, good diving play by Barbie. Oh, there was I don't know what happened there, but Concordia was in the net. Molly Martin was down on that play.
Good to see that she got up.
And she got up. She appears to be okay. I'm not sure exactly what happened to cause her to basically look like she fell into the net.
No challenge on that one.
No. I don't think
everybody embraced it.
Everybody knew that one. Yeah, I don't think we need to. Molly Martin certainly doesn't want to see replays of that, whatever happened.
Yeah.
But a nice recovery there from McKenna Starkey. How about the freshman coming up? And the Bulldogs cut that deficit down to 1. Starkey's a freshman from Minden, Nebraska. It's her second kill of the match. Again, she came into this match here in the tournament with just 7 kills all season. Providence up 1. Make it 2. Oh, man. That one goes 7 rows deep into the bleachers.
Huge swing from Fiedler there as she subs out. Very, very well done. Great set location.
Look where that ball ends up. My goodness.
Souvenir.
It is, absolutely. Providence front row gets a line. The serve comes from Cahal. Off the touch, Ashley Keck trims it down to 1 here in set number 4. Again, Concordia's been in the bracket now 5 times in their national tournament history. They have never won a match in bracket play. Providence, this is their 2nd time in the national tournament bracket. They've also never won a tournament match in the bracket as an ace serve ties things up at 20. And the Concordia kick line is back to celebrate that point, as it is Clara Everett who ties things up late. Providence still has a timeout. It's the only way this one can slow down here in the 4th. Crucial 4th set. Providence takes a hold of that one. Nice diving play there by Pensick. Fali's dug up, and it is in from Falpula. Providence retakes the lead.
Big play there. Every point here, big play. And what I hope to see is that both teams continue to be smart, aggressive. They don't back off, turn it into a tip game, and try to be error-free. They just play confident, aggressive volleyball.
Giles, the serve. Now there's some confident swings. It's Ava Green tying things up again. So Concordia ties it up again. Question I'll be interested to see is when will Coach Arunas Duda pull the trigger on his timeout? If he has to, of course.
He has to, yeah.
If given an opportunity.
He'd love to go into set 5 with that one still in his pocket.
He doesn't want to have to use it. Yeah, absolutely. To the back row. Folly. It's back over the net. And Concordia goes to Keck. All reliable, but she's blocked back. Keck once more for good measure. The Bulldogs lead in set 4. And a 1-point lead is good enough for head coach Arunas Duda as the timeout is called. How about Keck splitting that block? And now here we are, no timeouts left. Concordia needs 3 points to secure a 3rd matchup with Northwestern this year. Providence needs 4 points to send this one to 5. Boy, this is the kind of volleyball you pay good money to watch.
That's right, that's right. And I hope, again, as I said, that both teams will be just aggressive, smart aggressive, stay with their game plan. They get back to the service line. They get in their serve receive. They get into hitter coverage. They just stay healthy, strong, aggressive, focused. We've been very impressed with how both teams are responding to these pressure moments. You can see the shoulders on the players and the hand claps and the embraces and the smiles. They're just in it. They're very, very present in the moment, and that's a good sign. NAIA Volleyball being showcased at the highest level right now.
Yeah, it's so great, and we still got 3 more high-level matches coming up Monday and Tuesday. 2 semifinals Monday, championship Tuesday. 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock Central Time on Monday night. 7 o'clock Central Time on Tuesday night as we play for the Red Banner. And, of course, the big story is, will Indiana Wesleyan three-peat, or are they going to be dethroned here at some point? They've been kind of the measuring stick that everybody has to live up to. But these two teams maybe want a shot at the Wildcats on Tuesday night as we're on the opposite side of that bracket. And Bella Green gets the side out for Providence. So here we are, no timeouts left, tied at 22 in a vital 4th set. Thompson will have the serve as Providence goes for the lead. Played up to the outside, off the block and down. Keck gets Concordia to 23.
Looked like the block was just a little bit late getting over there, and Keck came through fast enough to hit the rising block before it could, and that was definitely to Concordia's advantage.
Yeah, that second part of the block especially really late getting there. Keck trying to get it to match point on the serve. It's blocked! It's match point Bulldogs. Providence's tremendous season hangs in the balance. Keck will serve on match point with the final spot in the semis on the line. It rolls over. Oh, Concordia's bench had to go back. They wanted to storm the floor. To the outside. It's blocked. Providence is still alive.
Wow.
I don't know if we had a shot of it, but Concordia's bench was halfway towards storming the court when that ball rolled off the tape and had to backpedal.
Great
so
save
hard
by Bella Thompson.
What a save. And now Concordia can win it with a side out. To the back row. Keck long. We're going to extra points.
Sheesh.
Again, no timeouts still in anybody's back pocket. These players have to figure it out on their own. It's Kyra Sayers. Short serve. through the block. It's down from Waters. Back to match point. The third match point here in set 4. Providence won the first 2 match points. Bulldogs looking to put away with Kate Grease at the service line.
I think Fiedler could be a good go-to here for the Argos.
See where they go. They're going to the middle. Tip it short. Concordia's got a chance. Keck from the back row. Long pass. Fiedler with a free ball. Concordia's got a chance. It's blocked.
Wow.
How about the front row from Taylor and Fiedler? Anytime we think Concordia is going to get it done, the Argo front row holds it up. What a block. Ellie Carlson trying to get the Argos to set point. Deep serve. Scott blocked back. It's set point Providence. What a fourth set this will be, and is.
Wonder if they go to Molly Martin here on a good pass or go to Keck in the back row.
Looking to the right side, they go to Waters. It's long and out, no touch. And Arunas, due to the head coach of the Argos, immediately goes to the challenge card.
This would be a big,
oh man,
big swing here.
This could decide the set. If the Argos are looking to see if there was a block touch. And, well, if the Argos are successful on this challenge, we're going to fifth set. Wow. And if they're not, we're remaining tied, and it's still a race to 2 points.
What's your gut on this one?
I don't know. I don't know how officials tell the block. Some of them are easy because you see a finger move or something.
Yes.
Outside of that, I never know how officials can tell those block touches.
And that's really what it is. So the R1 standing there, tries to get a focused but broad view, so that you'll even see R1s. As the attack comes, they'll sort of just lean back a little bit to try to create a visual space so they can look specifically at the fingers right in front of them and see if the ball travel over or a little bit through the plane of where those fingers are. That's one method. The line judges are also supposed to look just at the top of, and not staring at the hands, but just at the top of, to see was there space between or was the space not clear. And then the cameras are a different view, just the quality and the position of where the cameras are.
I think I saw the replay officials say no touch out. We'll see. Oh, there was a touch.
I was going to say, she went over to the scorers, and anytime she's gone over to the scorers, it's usually when they're flipping the points.
We are going to a fifth set as the replay review flips the call. And now the first to 15 plays in Monday's semifinal round. They'll have the coin toss there to determine who will serve first and which side of the court they want to be on. Here we go, set 5 coming up here in the quarterfinal round for the second time today. Stay tuned. You don't want to go anywhere now. You're watching the NAIA Women's Volleyball National Tournament on the NAIA and Urban Edge networks.
There's a new sauce in town. In your snack wrap, Buffalo Ranch at McDonald's.
You make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. You make me
Hey, this is Cole, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Pretzel Cheddar Club is the spicy filet with the pretzel bun. You get a new flavor with a new texture. It's toasted on the outside, but the inside is soft, and then you hit the spicy chicken filet, and it's like, whoa.
Real guest paid for their testimonial.
Oh, hi. Work here. I know I've been a little unreasonable.
Okay, a lot unreasonable. Ugh, I'm so clingy. But I got some help from UKG, and I'm like AI smart now. I see our future so clearly. I'm here to grow with you. I even got you your favorite, payday. Look at us. It just feels right.
Most patients worry about cavities
and tooth sensitivity.
Now they can protect against both. New Sensodyne Cavity Plus Sensitivity shields against cavities
and sensitivity.
I recommend it to my patients.
It works.
Hey, I'm pro volleyballer Allie Badenhorst. Let's talk about gear actually made for female athletes, like us. Say goodbye to repurposed basketball shoes. Now we have Rip-Its, so we jump higher, land cleaner, and it's the only shoe with VERT certification. Check out this angle. We got blue, pink, purple, and sweet collabs, like with the national champ. Two-time national champ? That's how we do it. That's how we win. Welcome to being a volleyballer.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're gonna make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with hope.
Back here in Sioux City, and here we are. Our final quarterfinal is coming down to the fifth set. Concordia took the first two, 25-20, 25-22. Providence wins the next two, 25-15 and 27-25. It's been a fun match so far. I know Northwestern is enjoying this, wherever they may be watching this one from, whether they're scouting here or whether they're watching on a live stream right now. Because Northwestern swept away Bellevue. They made quick work of the Bruins, but this one's going 5. And here we go. The first to 15 plays Monday night. Concordia sends it over from Fa'ali'i. It's played back and put away by Keck. First point of the fifth to the Bulldogs.
I do want to follow up on that statistic I shared going into the fourth set. Congratulations to the Argos. You are in the 18% category of that terrible statistic. The team that wins by 10 or more points loses the next one. You're in the 18th percentile.
They broke the trend, I guess, and now the serve is in the net. Back-to-back points start off set 5. And looking back during the break, Concordia has been in 5 5-set matches this year. They've won all of them, including one earlier this week on Wednesday against Dakota Wesleyan, while Providence has been in 2 5-setters, and they've split them. They're 1-1. One of their 2 losses this year came in a 5-setter on the road down at Bellevue. Going to the right side. Green tools it off the block. Argos have their first lead here in the 5th. Kyra Sayers at the service line still for Providence. We, of course, will have our break point here at the 8 mark. I'll give these teams a bit of a breather at one point. Oh, a bit of miscommunication on who was touching that one. Now Scott's rejected. A massive block. And it is a 2-point Argo lead. What a denial from Providence. The Argos have scored 3 in a row. That's going cross court. It's down for Waters. And the Bulldogs get a big side out here in the 5th. So Concordia will serve. Kate Grease back to the service line for Concordia. The set to Green. Dug back over the net. That one's kept alive. Good dig there from Shelburne. To the corner and down. It's a kill from the outside. Kaya Scott ties us up.
I love to see this, Daniel. This is great volleyball.
So fun. You got a 5-setter for the second time today. That's just long on the serve from Greece.
Both teams are going to have to stay aggressive from the service line in order to try to imbalance the offense of that receiving team. So again, that's an aggressive error, but she'll be back in for another round later in this set.
Going to the right side, and that is down and in for Waters. Tied at 4, and I know some coaches subscribe to the 5-set theory of it's kind of 3 sections of the set. First to 5, first to 10, and then obviously the first to 15. And if you subscribe to that theory, this becomes a big point right here.
Yeah.
Serve comes, taken by Providence, and it's dug back over. That is blocked back. Argos are still with it. Just wide. Concordia gets to 5, and the Bulldogs have the lead early in the set.
Love the big swings, and Concordia just putting themselves in a good court position to interfere with the ball hitting the ground or letting it go if it's long.
Pensick on the serve. That's through the block. And now we are tied at 5. So we are a third of the way through this 5th set and have determined nothing. Martina Fiedler with a nice kill for Providence.
Heather Barbie serving for the Argonauts.
And Heather Barbie, who has served up an ace in this match already, tries to go for another. It's out from Starkey. The Argos retake the lead. Winner plays Northwestern College Monday night, 8 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock for our friends in Montana. Supporting the Argos here on the NAIA and Urban Edge networks. Concluding a great day of volleyball here in Sioux City. It's through the block, and it's Keck taking it. Diving play. Oh, they got it over. It's sent right back. Oh, some indecision there on how they wanted to play it. To the middle, Giles. Man, this point just keeps going. Some friendly help from the tape. It's blocked in. Starkey with the block. We're tied again.
Like Martina Fiedler, I like the idea here on this. And the Concordia block has hands over and says, nope, we're not going to let you do that right now.
Shandy Fa'ali'i back to serve for Concordia. Who's going to flinch first? Who will call the first timeout? Who gets the first big lead? Big swing of momentum. Giles into a block. Keck shuts it down. And the Bulldogs lead set 5 once again.
Tough set on that one. A little too tight from Bella. Going back to the slide for Giles, but he tried to make a play out of it anyways.
Serve coming. Trying to get to the break point. And we're going to hold off for just a little bit. Sadie Giles with the kill. And who's going to have that advantage heading into the break point? We'll figure that out on this one.
The way these two teams are playing feels like it's going to go into extra points.
Yes,
it's just that high level, that exciting.
I mean, why don't we just play to 25 here in the 5th set? It could feel like that. Deep serve. Starkey adjusts. And it's played over with a free ball. Keck gets the Bulldogs to 8. And Concordia has the lead going into the break point. And we switch sides of the court. As we get another look at that kill and how it landed. Bulldogs up 8-7 as we switch sides of the court. This is always an interesting time because you kind of get a little mini timeout maybe. You get a chance to kind of catch your breath before what will be a dramatic run to the finish in the 5th set.
That is true, and I also have always been impressed with how quickly the officials, the stat crew, the score sheets can make these changes. Here, in this case, a double sub, one on each side, puts a little bit of a pause, but they really don't want there to be much delay in the action. And I say for the benefit of both teams, we don't want that either.
Right.
Let's keep this going.
Why stop a good thing? Yeah, it's worth noting we have timeouts everywhere. And Concordia is making sure their rotation is all good to go, that they did everything up to standard, because the last thing you want to do is give up a point due to a rotation issue. Ben Bolt, the head coach of the Bulldogs, sitting right next to McKenna Starkey, who has been a really nice spark off the bench for the Bulldogs here in these late sets. Tipped over the block. Here comes Keck. Providence trying to tie it on a side out. Played it over to Keck, tips it short, and it's down. Concordia goes up 2. And Providence head coach Arunas Duda wants his first timeout of set 5. And the Bulldogs have the first 2-point lead for them here in set 5. You get late enough, and when you're only down by 2, normally it doesn't feel that intense, but here in set 5, you got to call that timeout.
I think it's a wise timeout. One of the strategies I find interesting is as Concordia defends against the Providence outside attack, Keck in the front row is coming to the interior of the court, really close behind the block to pick up tips. Well, in this most recent play, Providence tipped it over the Concordia block. Keck picked it up, and then she stayed inside here. So she picks up this tip. She stays inside the court and runs this 2-ball and just puts a nice tip up and over. And that kind of flexibility for your outside hitter to not have to transition all the way out off the court to hit that transition swing, but can stay inside, run something fast, and tip in a really smart spot. That's high level. That's brilliant volleyball, and well done by Concordia there in the transition. And I would say, I hope that during the timeout, the Argos talked about, don't tip it right there. That's where she is. Put it where she's not, and here are the spots.
There's Arunas Duda, the head coach of Providence, with his assistant Sasha Simmons. This Argo team has never been in a semifinal. Neither has Concordia. Somebody's going to break that streak here in the next few points. Concordia covers it off the block. Keck. Oh, what a recovery there. Free ball from the libero. High arcing one from Everett. Second ball sent through. And the Providence block continues to be strong here in set 5. Cross court from Giles. Keck to the back row. Giles again, and Concordia goes back to Keck. Another block. This point won't end. And it keeps going again. Oh, what a difficult dig. It's in!
Wow.
That dig falls into the short corner. Can you believe it? Concordia head coach Ben Bolt, he's going to want a challenge. Let's see if we got an angle on this one. Ooh, wow, that is close. What a great shot from our crew.
Great job, camera work.
Oh, man, that is close.
Wow.
And he's already triggered the challenge. How close can you get this? Oh, man.
Well, the neat part is the different camera angles that they have, they're going to be able to really zoom in.
Yeah. Wow. That is so close. Outstanding shot from our crew here.
What's your gut on this? I'm thinking it's going to be an out. I'm thinking the ball landed out.
Part of the ball was hovering on the line, though. Like, I think the actual ball touched out, but it was like hovering on that sideline. I think they probably keep the call on the floor. That'd be my thought. But the assist's taking a long time to check with the.
Well, remember it's a re.
It would be yeah. And it is out. All right, they did call it out.
Fascinating. That's for what I've seen today, that's the first call against the line judges. They've been very, very accurate today. I've been very impressed with our officiating crews and the line judges specifically.
Yeah, I think I can think of just a couple this entire week in which the line judge was overturned. Yeah, we've had some really good officials show up here at the national tournament, just as strong as the players have been. Talk about missing by a millimeter, my goodness. This one is down, and Providence gets that point back. So the Argos were down 3 going into it. They trim it to 2.
Great effort, though, by Maddie Paulson there with the ball on the Concordia side. It's just a chance to keep it alive, and she's still diving for it to just try to get a pancake, and that's a spirit that's in a great competitive spot.
Set over the middle. It is pushed through. Green is blocked out of bounds. Concordia thought the Argos touched it off the block. And Ben Bold is asking for a challenge as well. He's wanting to see whether or not the Argos touched it coming off the block. And so another big challenge here. Does Concordia increase their lead, or do the Argos keep trimming it close? So, another big, big call. And it could be very close as well. We'll get another look at this one here. It's tough to tell. It's on that outside leg.
One of the indicators is what the ball does after.
Oh, that might have hit her knee.
I wonder.
Well, we'll get this one really slowed down here for us.
Yep.
I think it got her knee. Yeah,
because off the block, it was coming on a certain trajectory, and then it changed trajectory as it got down near her knee pad.
I think I saw Bella Green say, "I promise I didn't touch it." And she probably never felt it, but I think she did. As our official concludes the replay challenge, and there is a touch. It is a point for Concordia. The Bulldogs are up 3. And the referee pointed right to her knee and said, yep, that's where it hit. So now head coach Aruna Stude is probably thinking about his second timeout. With a 3-point deficit here, getting to the late portion of set 5. There is Coach Duda, again in his 22nd season at Providence. So good. As the head coach of this program. And now here's Savannah Shelburne serving, trying to increase the Bulldog lead to its largest point here in set 5. Put away. Faupula gets a side out for the Argos.
Great play on that one. She just runs a quick route right behind the setter. Looks like the block was preparing for Bella Green to get set there, and instead kept it to the middle.
Deep serve once again. And it's dropped in for Keck. And Concordia is 3 away from their first semifinal berth in the sport of volleyball. They made it to the quarterfinals last year. Got knocked out in pool play the 2 years prior. Quarterfinalists in 2021 and 2020, and lost out in that first round of the old format, the 16-team bracket, in 2019. Put away out of the middle. And Providence gets to double figures on the Cabry Taylor kill. So it will be Kyra Sayers on the kill for Providence. Set right, a swing. It is dug backwards, and Giles sends it over to Waters for the kill. Concordia can taste it now. They're 2 points away from a win in set 5. I was about to say, I'm a little surprised Coach Duda hasn't called his timeout.
Looks like he might be gearing up for it here, just waiting for the R2 to give him some attention as she works on the stat sheet or the score sheet.
This is interesting. I wonder what they could possibly be looking at here. This is a long discussion with our second referee and our scorers table.
Yeah, I do wonder what they're considering.
Oh, and I wonder if they called Providence out of rotation. Not that it matters, I guess, in the grand scheme of the point. Point still won by Concordia, but
right.
She just almost made that rotation signal when pointing at the Concordia lineup. And now the timeout is called anyway. So Providence is all out of timeouts here in set 5 with their season starting to wear down. Concordia was up 2-0. The Argos went on a roll in the third and the fourth set to force a winner-take-all fifth set. Our second of the day. Indiana Wesleyan beat Corbin in a 5-set thriller. That was that late afternoon one. And of course, Eastern Oregon was a winner in 4. Northwestern was a winner in a sweep. We've already had every kind of length of match, and now we're getting a 5-setter to conclude our quarterfinal round here in the national tournament. Some great high-level
volleyball is so good. I think they should do it in 6. Why not?
Can we have a best of 7 for the championship?
Why not? I really hope that out of this timeout, both teams can come to the court and just play really clean and not have the, I'll say, ticky-tack kind of challenge and other questions and lots of conversations. And I hope that it can just be a really smooth volleyball performance finish and not additional factors that come into the point for this or the point for that.
Coach Duda can't stop this match anymore. Concordia's coach, Ben Bolt, he's got all of his timeouts still.
And he does not want to stop the match.
he wants to keep it going. Yeah. Can the Bulldogs get to match point? Oh, a free ball for the Argos. To Waters. Oh, it's passed over the net. It's blocked.
Big play there.
Oh, how about that denial from Cabry Taylor?
Not the way you'd want to put a play for your middle, but you let her score anyways.
It's just a very weird way for Bella Green to get an assist there.
Yeah.
Here's the serve. Concordia with a side out gets to match point, and it's sent right back. It's match point Bulldogs. Kaya Scott on the kill. 8 years for Ben Bolt at Concordia as their head coach, coaching with his wife Angie. They've been to the national tournament 7 times. They have never been in a national semifinal, and now they're going to call, they're going to be a challenge here.
Because they're out of timeouts, they're using a challenge, and I saw the R2 say a net call because there's only a few kinds of calls that can be challenged. And so the R2 will do the diligence of going over to look at the screen just in the off chance that there was something that was missed. Hands the monitor back quickly, verifies, yep, it shows exactly what I saw.
Yep, it's a Concordia point. So they did confirm that pretty quickly. And well, you got to if you're Coach Duda, just try and find a way to save your season. Buy yourself a little bit of time to talk it over. And now here it is, match point in set 5. Concordia lines up for the serve. Lily Pensick sends it over, nearly drops in an ace. Tight pass. Block back. Concordia can reload. From Paulson. Now here's Fiedler. Puts it away. And we go to match point number 2 here in set 5.
Great deep swing by Fiedler. I love the out-of-system set location for Providence. Lets their hitters be free to swing confidently, and Fiedler capitalizes on that.
Concordia's side out wins the match. Barbie on the serve. It's blocked. Got to get it over. It touched two players back to back. Giles is blocked. Oh, a bad pass. And for the first time ever, the Bulldogs are semifinal bound in Sioux City.
Wow.
A 5-set thriller sends Concordia to Monday night and a third matchup with Northwestern College this season. It'll be an all GPAC semifinal Monday night at 8 o'clock. That will follow what will be a phenomenal volleyball match in Eastern Oregon and Indiana Wesleyan. And we've got our 4 national semifinalists set Monday. They are our top 4 seeds here in the NAIA National Tournament. Still to come, we are going to have, of course, a player from the Concordia side and get their thoughts on this win. They, of course, have to move themselves onto the bracket. There are a lot of happy Bulldogs there on the floor. What a way to finish. I mean, it was a very busy day, a lot of volleyball, about 12 hours of it, and it concludes with a 5-set thriller.
It does. It absolutely does, Daniel. And for the NAIA, for the character of these teams, so impressed. As a coach, all 8 coaches today need to feel very, very blessed and impressed with their teams. The teams that did not advance still showed incredible character and the right way to play. The teams that won, they won with class. They won with character. They won with composure. They won with togetherness in just the same way, the right way to play. A wonderful quarterfinal day. 4 great matches I got to be a part of. Thank you for letting me join you on this broadcast. And it'll be exciting to hear as you interview whoever may come up for Concordia. Just fun to hear what that player would say, but they're jumping on the court and really enjoying this moment.
They have solidified a spot in the semifinal round Monday night against Northwestern. That'll be at 8 o'clock Central Time. Let's step aside. Our coverage continues here in just a few minutes from Sioux City and the Tyson Event Center. We'll be chatting with a Bulldog player coming up in a few minutes, so stay tuned. The Bulldogs are winners in 5 sets over Providence. We've got more coverage coming up in just a moment. You're watching the NAIA and Urban Edge Networks. Inside the Tyson Event Center here in downtown Sioux City as our quarterfinal round completes with Concordia University moving on, a 5-set thriller over a really solid opponent for the University of Providence. I'm Daniel Versteg, and now joined by Shandy Fa'ali'i, the top defensive specialist today. 20 digs for you as your Bulldogs move on to the semifinals. First of all, it's the first time this program's ever been as part of a semifinal team. Just what does it mean to kind of make a little history for this program?
I mean, if you didn't see already, like, that was a huge moment for us, and it was just a huge team win. Like, we wanted nothing more than that, and it showed it out on that court.
You guys got up 2-0. You know, what was kind of working for you early in that first couple of sets that allowed you to take such a big lead?
Before, we struggled with starting off strong, and then this game we said we have nothing to lose, and it showed like we wanted it from the beginning. And then you could see we got comfortable a little bit, but then we bounced back just as a team right together, and it worked out so well for us, and I'm so proud of us.
And of course, losing the next 2 sets. What was that message from Coach Bolt, from your senior leaders, to get things back to the way it should be in set 5?
It was an even slate. Like, we were 0-0 in that 5th set, and nobody was up, nobody was down, and we gave it all we got, and it showed. Like, I speechless. We did so well. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, it was a very impressive win for you. Talk about, you have so many weapons from an offensive and a defensive perspective. What's it like just, realizing any one of the 6 players on the court or some of the players on the bench, any of them can come in and have an impact for you?
When one person's not working, we always know that we can give it to somebody else. And we have such a diversifiable offense, like anything can work. And every time we take a timeout when we're down, it's whoever can take the ball. We say we have all options, and I think that shows.
Describe that feeling for me once you got to the 15th point in set 5. What kind of feelings are you having?
All I thought was that I love you guys. That's all I could say. Like, I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else but them, and it was amazing.
Well, you have 3 losses this season. 2 of them have come to Northwestern, and you play the Red Raiders coming up on Monday night. What has to happen for you guys to maybe rewrite that story and punch a ticket to the championship match?
Both times we've lost, we've learned a lot from each of those. And I think we are such a different team from the beginning, the first 2 times we played them. And just going all out there, like, we know that we can do this, and just having no regrets.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you do against Northwestern coming up on Monday night. Shandy, congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Shandy Fa'ali'i, one of the members of the Concordia University volleyball team, who had 20 digs today in a 5-set thriller over the University of Providence to conclude our quarterfinal round of the NAIA National Tournament. Semifinals start at 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock coming up on Monday night. Concordia and Northwestern play at 8 here at the Tyson Event Center. Well, that will conclude a busy day on this Saturday quarterfinal round. I'm Daniel Versteg. Thanks for tuning in to the NAIA Women's Volleyball National Tournament on the NAIA